On J. Will and Zubin, Friday morning on ESPN Radio.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. This is Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 with Brent Martineau and Austin Lane.
Number 85 is a member of the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's Tebow time in Jacksonville. What do you need?
No, I was grabbing the mouse. You're using my mouse.
I'm not using anything.
You moved the mouse towards you. I'm just grabbing it back.
The mouse was on this side.
All right,
Didn't
man.
touch the mouse.
Sorry about not. You
see my computer right here?
I see your computer, man.
Does that look like it needs a mouse? I don't even use this computer.
I mean, there was stuff on that computer 2 days ago.
You know what you can do? You can take this computer out and put it in your office.
No, I'm good, man. I already got a laptop.
You have two offices.
I already got a laptop. I got one office. Yeah.
By the way, story of the day is not Tim Tebow. The story of the day yesterday when I got off was the fact that Austin Lane's a diva.
The amount of people working on your office today.
Yeah, I would say actually I'm
Where's Nick?
I'm
Is
less
he
of
still
a.
in here?
No, he left.
Oh, good. If they weren't talking about music and stuff, I was going to give him, hey, Nick, been here for 2.5 years. You don't have an office on this side, Nick. Mm-hmm. Waiting.
Hey,
thanks for pushing for me, Nick. Boss man, Nick.
Doesn't hurt to ask anybody, right? I mean, you can just ask somebody. I'm sure they can help you out. I think with my office, I was doing somebody a favor because I'm 6'6" and I don't need a humongous desk and everything that I can't really fit in, as opposed to maybe having a smaller desk where someone that has a lot more things to do in their office would appreciate the bigger desk. So I was trying to help out the situation. And you know what? I got positive feedback on it. They said, thanks for stepping up, and we'll handle it.
So do you have a smaller desk now?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Way smaller desk, just way smaller everything.
I will
I don't
say
need
this.
I don't need all of that.
You know, we don't get our own offices over in TV Land. We have to put 4 and sometimes 5 people in the same office. That's about as big as this room right here.
Sure.
So that happens, and we've changed offices multiple times since I've been here over 13 years.
Sure.
And that is one of the major issues with the office. For some reason, whoever ordered the furniture back in the day ordered these massive desks.
It's insane.
It's like maybe times have changed that quickly.
Yeah.
You don't need that much. Like, I have stuff in my desk that I have not looked at in like 8 years.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't even use it. Like, I got to clean it out, first of all. But and the pandemic has taught us all that, heck, we don't even really need to be at our desks.
Very
Probably
true.
most of the time.
Very true.
But you're right about that. The furniture across the board is big.
Yes. Ginormous.
Which makes it hard to putt in your office
well,
sometimes.
It just makes it hard to move around in your office. So, yeah, I try to downsize a little bit and said, hey, I don't need all this, number one. And number two, like, if I'm trying to have a meeting and I'm, like, sitting, like, it wasn't feasible for me to do. So, yeah, they obliged and moved me offices. And now I have a smaller desk and everything's fantastic.
Big news in just moments ago from the Jacksonville Jaguars. They signed a tight end.
Oh, yeah.
Luke
what
Farrell.
else is new? Oh, they signed him
Farrell
too?
has been signed.
4th round pick or 5th round?
Is he a 5th round guy? Yeah, I think 5th
round pick, yeah. Congratulations.
There you go, Luke. Welcome to the room with Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
So Tebow's a thing today. I tweeted this out. This is like the biggest. There's the Tebow news of everybody who's been talking about it for the last month.
Yeah.
And then there's the Tebow news of, oh my gosh, Tim Tebow just signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars people.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing wrong with those people. I'm just saying those people, like, they exist down in my newsroom, right?
Sure.
Because they don't live, breathe sports like we do.
Yeah,
so
for
they
sure.
exist. So there's two different parties here.
There's the casual fan. I get it.
That's right. The casual fan is like, wow, holy cow, he signed with the Jags. Like, there's really that reaction today. The people that listen to our show probably on a daily basis aren't like that. They're like, hey, Brent, you've been talking about Tim Tebow for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So it is official, though. So if people thought that it wasn't happening because it hadn't happened yet, well, here we are. I think that part's pretty interesting, too. The almost choreographed nature of how this went down will be an interesting story someday. Like, why today? Why not yesterday? Why not Monday? What took so long? Well, now he's out there on the field, or he was today, with the team. And so the Whether you like it or not, Tim Tebow is a member of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and now the question, really the only question right now is, can he make it or not? I mean,
hang on. There's more than one question.
Well, there's a lot of questions, but the ultimate question is, the ultimate question was, is he going to join the Jags or not? Mm-hmm. Well, now it is, can he make the 53-man roster or not?
See, I think that's the big question for Tim Tebow. I think the other question has to be, how is the locker room going to handle this?
Yeah. And so I think there are a multitude of questions. There's that. What kind of role will he exactly play? Sure. Can he play the tight end position at all? Like even a semblance of it. Mm-hmm. And then making the roster, of course, is part of that. And so, I think all those questions do exist. I'm a believer on this story that there's a lot inside the building versus outside the building. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if we exactly know what is what. I'm sure there are people inside the building that don't like the signing, right? That think the way some of the fans that don't like the signing.
When you say people, what do you mean? Like,
I'm sure from employees to maybe even some players to some coaches. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think everybody's got an opinion on it. Whether it's outside the box. When you have outside the box stuff, mm-hmm. it's not all. Oh yeah, let's go 100%. And nobody on outside the box things, in general. If I brought up an outside the box idea to our staff meeting today, sure. There'd be some people, and I don't know the numbers, that were like, Brent, you're a moron. That doesn't make any sense. There'd be other people like, hey, I like the way you're thinking. Let's give it a try.
Okay, but there's a difference though, because Travis Etienne was an outside the box thinking. I don't think anybody in that locker room besides James Robinson had an issue with Travis Etienne getting drafted in the first round. I think outside the box thinking of bringing Tim Tebow in, there might be some more blowback.
Well, you're right, because there's outside the box and there's outside the box. Travis Etienne, 30 other teams would have taken him. They just might have taken him at pick 32 or 35 or whatever.
Sure.
Not 30 other teams are not taking Tim Tebow.
But let's be honest, though. It's outside the box because the Jaguars really need Travis Etienne. That's why it's outside the box for the Jaguars.
Yeah, it's different thinking. And by the way, on Travis Etienne, pick at number 25, hell yeah, there was discussion inside and probably debate. And I don't agree with this.
Yeah.
Well, you think everybody on that coaching staff and everybody
I'm not talking about the.
I'm
not talking about the coaching. I'm talking about the players in that locker room. I think when Travis Etienne was taken at number 25, I think they're like, oh, this is interesting. Didn't see that happening, but I don't think there's like, ugh, we're getting Travis Etienne, really? Yeah. Like, I don't think that conversation.
Well, players don't react that way. I don't think the draft picks it's not going to be a polarizing thing, right?
I mean, it's definitely a polarized. Like when Brian Anger was drafted in the third round, that was. People spoke out about that in the locker room.
Did they?
Oh, Zach Potter I don't want to put somebody on blast. Zach Potter got in trouble because he tweeted about Brian Anger, and he had to go talk to management about it. Yeah. I just put Zach Potter on blast.
Well, that's all right. He'll probably do it all these years later.
Yeah.
So obviously he almost reacted as like a fan, but in
that
sense.
He reacted as a football player who just saw his team draft the punter in the third round. Like, I mean, those it's all about getting better. And when you take a punter in the third round, it's like, well, okay.
Yeah, are we getting better?
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody today. An interesting point. It's like if you're a tight end or you're somebody else trying to make the team, would you be happier they brought Tebow in or happier if they brought Zach Ertz in?
Oh, I'd be happier if they brought Tebow in all day.
Because you might have a chance to beat him out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So you got to feel if Zach Ertz stays healthy, he's making that team hands down.
No doubt. Yeah. And so that's it's all different perspective on this thing. I know we've had a lot of these discussions, and I say this in the kindest of ways, and you've been there, so you have better – you probably are more right on this. I would take your side if I was listening to the show. Okay? But I genuinely don't think Tebow in the locker room is going to be a locker room issue.
Okay.
And I'm not saying you think it's going to be a big issue, but you think it's a discussion and a potential issue. Mm-hmm. Right? Is that fair enough?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Because what from this franchise, and once again, I think I have no problem signing Tim Tebow. I've been on record saying this. But I also am going to hold Urban Meyer accountable and saying, can your locker room handle this? Because you have to have a good read on who those guys in that locker room are. Now, I understand. You haven't gone through a full season yet. A lot of these guys are fresh faces. Obviously, heck, they're all fresh faces because you're new to this team. I get that. But at the same time, if you're the head coach, you have to know that you have the environment and you have the coaching prowess in order to cultivate this and not have it be a distraction. I'm not sure. I'm not in that locker room. I'm not sure what's going on. But I do know in that locker room, I mean, guys were turned off when Tom Coughlin said we have to have 100% participation. Like, guys were choosing sides over that, over a simple quote, that maybe got misinterpreted a little bit. So once again, I have no idea what that locker room's thinking right now. I haven't been in there in a couple years, so I don't know those guys. But I'm just saying, I hope Urban Meyer did his due diligence enough to know, okay, if we do bring in Tim Tebow, how is the locker room going to handle it? It's going to be fine. Then so be it.
Yeah, and that's Urban. That's up to him. I mean, even if coaches, players, whatever might disagree or put their nose up at this, that's really on him. It's on his watch to sign. I mean, I guess a little bit on Bulky and Shad Khan too. But, I mean, it's really this is Urban Meyer's regime. This is Urban. He's got the feel for that. He had to feel this thing out. I wonder how much was he feeling this thing out really over the last month, more so than had he already made up his mind? In my estimation, when this started to come out around draft time, they'd already made up their mind. Like they were going to sign him. Sure. Why did it take a month to sign him? Or 3 weeks or whatever it was. I mean, why did it take the last 10 days to sign him? Well, I think that was a little bit of the feeling out process. Jeff Darlington reported, I think on Friday it was, that, hey, there's some discourse in the building about it. They talk it over. I mean, Urban's going to win. If he wants to win, he's going to win. But he still has to feel it out and see what's best for the team. If he wants to take Travis Etienne, quite frankly, at 25, and 80% of the scouts and staff say, I think we should go in a different direction. If Urban wants him, he got him.
No, it's definitely his call without a doubt. Yeah, the only thing I'm saying is I really don't care about the whole media scrutiny. That doesn't really bother me at all. I don't care if it's going to be a distraction in the media, if players will be affected by that. I don't really care about that. The only thing I care about of signing Tim Tebow is if the locker room's cool with it. That's it. And I think that's justifiable, because the last thing you want to do if you're Urban Meyer in your first year coaching with a lot of new coaching staff members and a lot of fresh faces on your team, you don't want to lose the locker room in your first year. Yeah. So that's all I'm getting at. Maybe, and I'm not saying he's gonna. I'm just saying I hope that was considered when you brought Tim Tebow in. If it was considered, everything is good, then fantastic. Let's go Tim Tebow. Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I got to believe, dude, my read on that is it has, in part because, and again, I don't know how much he's fully bouncing ideas off people, but he has participation at a very high level, and just about every player probably anticipated this happening. So now, if some people start to leave over the next couple of days, maybe that will tell us something.
Yeah, for sure.
But I just think he's got a lot of buy-in, is my point. It's almost like Urban Meyer, because of his name and resume and what they're trying to do and how they're trying to flip this thing, that has equity built up right now to allow him to make a move like this. Perhaps, and we've discussed this, maybe his mistake of the Chris Doyle hire and listening to players brought him some equity with some players in listening, even though it took a day and a half to do it. You know what I mean?
Well,
if that was players. So how much equity does that build a coach? I don't know, but it might build him enough equity in this kind of situation to be like, hey, guys, I think this can help the team out. We're going to try it. It's not automatically going to happen, and the players, all right, what the heck? Let's give it a roll.
Well, and that's probably the conversation. I do think the players had something to do with Chris Doyle. How could they not?
Yeah, I do
because
too.
I don't think Urban Meyer's the type of guy that's going to be like, well, the media doesn't agree with this. Might as well let him go.
I agree with that.
And I think Shad Khan has officially given Urban Meyer the keys to the car, so I think Shad Khan trusts in Urban Meyer. So yeah, I think the players had something to do with the Chris Doyle situation. Maybe they had something to do with Tim Tebow waiting this long to get signed. I mean, listen, there might be a couple guys that aren't agreeing with it. So be it. There's always going to be a couple guys in every single group. But once again, I'm just going to repeat myself. If the overall, consensus is that they're happy to welcome Tim Tebow in that locker room, then so be it. Let's play some football.
Yeah.
If he didn't really take into account the locker room at all, then I have an issue with it.
How many people, player-wise, are asking for Tebow's autograph in the locker room?
I'm going to set the over-under at 2.
That little?
Yeah. What do we want his autograph for?
I don't know.
Keep in mind, we're talking.
Did you want Calvin Johnson's autograph when you played with him?
No.
You didn't?
No. We're all good.
But there's some.
I don't think so, man.
You don't?
No. I've never seen any.
You don't think people walk in there and want Tom Brady's autograph?
Maybe that's different because he's the GOAT.
Oh, Calvin Johnson's pretty big.
Yeah, but when I went to the Lions, it was never meant to say, "Hey, can I have your autograph, please?"
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, though. I mean, maybe it's not strictly. Maybe it's the picture. Maybe it's the whatever. Maybe it's the I played with Tebow moment. I played with Calvin Johnson moment that you get to share. Maybe it's the I played with Tom Brady moment. I don't know. I do think there's a real part of that for people. I think as much as we talk about and how much scrutinized would be the locker room,
Sure.
and how much what their reaction to be, I do think there's a segment of the locker room, especially in the younger players, that are like calling mom and dad and others tonight, be like, "Hey, Tebow's playing on our team." You know what I mean? I think they're getting the call. I think there's a I don't know, kind of a cool, but like we're part of the buzz factor to it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's do an exercise. How old is Travis Etienne?
Etienne's probably 22.
Okay, so when Tim Tebow in 2010, when he was I guess 2009, when he was a senior, how old would Travis Etienne be?
It'd be 10.
Okay, so 10 years old, grown up watching him. Like, I don't know. Do you think Tim Tebow had that big of an effect on like those young guys?
Well, it depends where you're from, probably in part.
Yeah.
But I do think like that's a very impressionable age for those. For if you're a first, second, or third year player, if you're between the ages of 21 and 24,
yeah,
I think between ages 7 and 12, that's pretty impressionable, man. I mean, that's like when you're really watching sports, and if you're a sports fan, a football fan, and it's Tim Tebow, it's Alabama, it's Florida State, it's whoever. You know what I mean? I mean, I think those guys, and now I think there's an element like you're playing with that person now. You know, I mean, I think Brady has had that. I think older players have that. And Tebow fits the form of an older player. He just has a different road of getting there.
But Tebow's not Brady, though.
No. I'm not trying.
Like,
no, but he is from a superstar. Like,
do you think players are asking for Johnny Manziel's autograph?
No, I don't get that sense.
Yeah.
But
so why are they asking for Tim Tebow's autograph?
Well, but Johnny Manziel never played when he was 30-something years old.
So you think you think it's the story of why they want an autograph?
Yeah, I think I used to watch this guy. I used to play with this guy in Madden or whatever game you could play back then. You know, and now this guy's is like a star, like a global star, and he was one of the greatest college football players of all time. He tried to, he played quarterback. He played baseball. He's polarizing. He's got more of like the Hollywood feel to him than he does of playing with Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Tom Brady feel to him. Yeah. But I think there's a sensation about that. I think even with today's athlete, I think every athlete, I'm not saying if they could pick anybody to be in the locker room, it would be Tim Tebow. I'm just saying there's probably an element of that to some that, like, while we all talk about this might not be cool in the locker room, I think to some people in that locker room, whether they want to admit it or not, they're calling home or home's calling them, and they're like, hey, I do. I guess
I'm naive, man. I don't think that's how it is.
I think a little bit of you're not like that.
I guess not.
I probably weren't. Like, again, if you didn't do that with Calvin Johnson or those kind of folks, then you're probably not going to be like that.
I was like starstruck because I'm like, oh, this is one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. Like, of course I was like that. Yeah. But like, he's also like, we're peers, I mean, it's just like, all right, dude, let's go to work. I mean, you're super nice, and I appreciate everything he did for me. But it's like, yeah, we're business associates. Let's go do this thing. But I also think I think players in the locker room are more excited to meet Trevor Lawrence and like talk about Trevor Lawrence. Like, hey, I met Trevor Lawrence today, as opposed to Tim Tebow.
Yeah, and I think that's true from the down to business. We want to win. This guy can make me great. Mm-hmm. Like, we can do something special thing.
Well, I don't know. I think from the intrigue, man.
Well, and I think a little bit. And he's a huge name, too.
Top overall pick.
Absolutely. I think, by the way, I think Urban carries a little bit of that. I think when those guys walked in that locker room and they're like, hey, that's Urban Meyer. I mean, everybody talks about Urban Meyer. Again, national champion, 2006, 2008, 2014. When I was a kid, now I'm playing for him. It's kind of like I made that. Yeah, right? Yeah. I would sense Belichick has that, and Brady has that, and like I said, LeBron, but for different reasons. I'm not telling you that that Tebow might have that with these guys for that same reason. I think it's more like this Hollywood kind of feel to him of Tebow, and I just wonder if there's a part of that locker room that might have the almost complete opposite. I think the veteran guys like Marvin Jones and such are like, yeah, whatever, right? Another guy. Yeah. I think the 22-year-old kid might have a little bit, hey, man, that's Tebow. Nice to meet you, man.
I say we would make a bet. I say we make a wager right now. I think the over-under is going to be at 3 with the number of players that ask for Tim Tebow's autograph, and I'm taking the under all day. You taking the over?
You know what? I think I would.
Did you take the over?
Yeah. I think I would. You got to put it at like 2.5, by the way, because that's.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. I think I would
put it on the board. I like it.
I think between now and the time he gets cut or is gone from the team, I think yes, it'll our over and under. I would put on over.
I like it.
Now, you might win on the under on how many people would admit it.
Well, why aren't you going to admit it then?
I don't know. I think
like,
there's a little part of that.
See, if I got Kelvin Johnson's autograph, I would admit that all day. It's Kelvin Johnson. Like, dude, wide receiver Kelvin Johnson. If you get Tim Tebow's autograph, what, are you going to go in the corner and not say anything? Come on now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because it's so polarizing. You say Calvin Johnson's not polarizing. I think Tebow's so polarizing.
Kelvin Johnson's polarizing.
Is he?
Kelvin Johnson? Brent, come on, man. Back in the day when he was wide receiver, Kelvin Johnson was polarized. He was Megatron.
I know, but who didn't like him?
No, I'm saying he's polarizing. Like, he's big time.
Well, he's huge, but I mean, polarizing means half the people like him, half the people don't.
Oh,
I mean, Tebow's got a lot more than than Megatron.
I hear the word polarizing. I think it's like must-see TV. Like, it's polarizing. You got to watch it.
I think must-see TV most of the time in that instance means because half the people don't are rooting against it, and half the people are rooting for it.
Okay.
Calvin Johnson, I think everybody's rooting for it. Hey, we got to give away some tickets, 311. Thanks for the reminder, Coos. I'll run this show. Hey, 904-362-9901. Did we give them away yesterday, by the way?
Yeah, don't worry.
904-362.
Don't worry, we took care of that one.
Oh, you got
took care of that one. Don't worry about that.
I was wondering. A day later.
We're doing the job. We're good, though.
904-362-9901. I just want to make Coos answer a lot of phone calls. So 4. We're not 3 today. We're 4. 904-362-9901. 311 coming up. Daly's Place in September. You can win tickets right now before you can buy them. Starting tomorrow. 904-362-9901. We'll be back on ESPN 690.
Now, the First Alert Forecast on ESPN 690.
Partly sunny, breezy, and mild today. Highs around 80. Join me beginning at 5 p.m. for CBS 47 at Fox 30. Action News Jacksonville, the First Alert Weather Center. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beards Diamonds, where you get the lowest diamond price guaranteed or your money back.
We are into that travel, baseball, and softball season now for the kids, and with that, we need a reliable car, and we need folks that are tremendous at customer service just in case we need their help. Well, the place to go is Fields Auto Group. That's what we did. My wife loves leasing her Cadillac XT6 from Fields Cadillac, part of the Fields Auto Group. It's safe. We can trust Fields Auto Group, and hey, it's luxury for less while you're on the road. Fields Cadillac Jacksonville and St. Augustine are part of the Fields Auto Group family. There's also Jaguar, Land Rover, Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche. It's luxury for less at all Fields Auto Group locations in Jacksonville. Plus, you'll also be part of their exclusive Fields Amenities program, where you get complimentary loaners, car washes, and cafes. We've tried the loaner program, gone in for routine service, and every experience with Fields Auto Group has been first class. Whatever you're driving, see Fields and step up to luxury for less. Check out their locations around Jacksonville. Just visit fieldsauto.com. Need a good-paying job with a flexible work schedule and benefits? A1A Solar is looking for you. $70,000 is a reasonable first-year expectation. Seasoned reps can easily make 6 figures. Leads provided to you as well. Health, dental, 401k benefits. A1A Solar is a tremendous company, voted best places to work in Jacksonville, and in 2016 was the Veteran-Owned Business of the Year. Be a part of an awesome company at A1A Solar. Just go visit A1ASolar.com.
I love that sound. To me, it's a battle cry, because when you have a plumbing emergency, what you don't want is some chuck-in-a-truck plumber treating it as just another day on the job, scheduling you for whenever suits him.
Well, let me check on that. Hey, Bobby, when are we getting back from fishing tomorrow? Yeah, about tomorrow afternoon.
And then doing turd bucket work whenever he finally shows up, if he shows up. Well, flap that, Jack. If you've got a clogged drain, a burst pipe, or a broken water heater, you want same-day service from someone who will go to war on your problem. That's what Griffith's Service does. We offer same-day service for plumbing emergencies, burst pipes, clogged drains, and water heaters. And we'll not only go to battle against your plumbing emergency, we're also waging war against mediocrity in home services. We won't just fix your problem, we'll fix it right. So for same-day service for your plumbing emergency, call
GriffinService.com.
1430-261. 311 is back. Live from the Ride Tour, September 22nd, Daly's Place. With special guests, Iration and Ayaterra. 311 Live. Tickets on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com.
Where else can you get luncheon, brunchin', boozin' specials? Only one place, at Culhane's Irish Pub at Atlantic Beach and on the south side. It's as Irish as you can get, owned by 4 Irish sisters. And they've got fish and chips, of course, shepherd's pie. Go today for lunch or dinner. Eat in, order out. Culhane'sIrishPub.com for the full menu. And try the new 5 Sisters vodka at happy hour. Luncheon, brunchin', boozin' specials, and so much more. 2 locations, Atlantic Beach and the south side. Culhane's Irish Pub, Irish Sass with 5-star class. A car wash with spacious lounges and Wi-Fi, Starbucks coffee as well. Prime Car Wash has all of that, while your car or truck gets cleaned. For moms and dads, there are even child-friendly lounges. Full-service interior and exterior wash while you wait. Prime Car Wash is convenient for you. It was for me. I went to the Beach Boulevard location, and there's one on San Jose as well. Give it a try. You can even get a membership. Let Prime Car Wash take care of your vehicle while you take care of your family. Or even do a little work. Prime Car Wash, clean inside, clean outside.
Koala Insulation.
Hey, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Bruce. We're the owners of Koala Insulation. Did you know that according to the Department of Energy, heating and cooling account for almost half of the home's energy use and expense? We started our insulation business because we wanted to help people save money on those energy bills and live a healthier life.
Schedule a free evaluation today at koalainsulation.com.
Koala Insulation. Clean, knowledgeable, and trusted.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
And you start to realize that the reason New Orleans Saints hadn't made a Super Bowl in the last few years is Drew Brees. Drew Brees wasn't the same guy late in season.
Weekday mornings at 10 Eastern on ESPN Radio and watch exclusively on ESPN+.
311's coming to Daly's Place September 22nd on the Live from the Ride Tour. Tickets go on sale May 21st at 10 a.m., but you have a chance to win tickets before you can buy them all week long on Action Sports Jacks. Listen to ESPN 690 at 311 for your chance to win.
Brent Martineau.
This is an email. Why is WWE Wrestling not being shown on Friday night?
Austin Lane.
Thank you very much. Read it right now. This
I just did. Why is WWE? That's it. That's why I thought. I don't know. I mean, Ronan's only 5. I don't know how many sentences he can make. Smart kid.
Somebody might have proofread it for him.
Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
Is this about Tebow though? Because
yeah,
if you're
people
him,
always make it about Tebow though.
Well, think about it. If you're him, and he clearly wants to continue being a professional athlete, right? He 31, 32, I believe.
Yeah.
He wants to keep being a professional athlete. He tried baseball, didn't work. Obviously, he was in the NFL. That didn't work. He wants to go back. He just wants to play. And he has somebody that is a coach now and has power and influence with an NFL team. And he went to him and said, I want to play. I want to come back. And that coach said, I'll give you a shot. So you play as long as you can. I can't be mad at him for wanting to play. It's more about Urban Meyer and what he's deciding to do, isn't it?
The biggest buzz of a 90th player. You know, I was thinking of this coming in. Give me a player that could have had this much interest on a 90-man roster. The 90th guy in Carolina. The 90th guy in Indy.
Yes.
The 90th guy in Denver.
Yes.
Give me, who is it?
Anybody of all time?
Well, no, if we have to go there, I'd prefer modern, like now. Like, who could the Jags have signed that would have made a bigger deal? Now, there is some element of this that you got to be careful of. First of all, he is globally known, very much in the United States, very polarized. Like everything, the ingredients are there on Tebow.
Yes.
And that includes he's from here.
Correct.
And so there's always been this strange dynamic here that there's the people that love him are so over the top about Tebow.
Sure.
And so therefore, it's not that people don't like Tebow, that narrative. It's that people are just stop shoving it down my throat, right? Like
are they going to make a movie about it?
Will they?
Yeah.
They could. I mean, so that's the local thing. I think that's more local than national, by the way. I think the national one is actually more polarizing, like the guy can't play versus can play. I think the local apprehension and conflict and polarization of Tebow is different than the national one. I don't know if I have that right, but that's my feel on it.
I think if Tim Tebow makes the team, they're going to do a Disney movie within 2 years.
Really?
Guaranteed.
Just making the team.
If Mark Wahlberg can play Vince Papale and do box office numbers, how isn't the Tim Tebow movie going to do box office numbers? Do you know who Vince Papale is?
No.
Invincible?
Oh, yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles?
Yeah,
Kuz, you know who Vince Papale is? You're an Eagles guy.
Who's left the room?
Here.
Oh, he's
It's Nick.
No. What's up, Nick? Do you know Vince? I don't know.
No.
Yeah. You're not missing much. But Vince Papale, the movie Invincible.
Yeah.
Very popular movie. Yeah. I think you could make a Tim Tebow movie if you make us a team.
Okay. Maybe. I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it would be that soon, but I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
So back to my question.
Mm-hmm.
Who could you sign if you're the Denver Broncos? If you're the Indianapolis Colts?
Yes.
Is it Jake Paul?
It's Colin Kaepernick. That's the obvious answer.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah. Yep.
Would Kaepernick would be a bigger story?
Yeah, he would have to be. Yeah, because I think, the reason why Tebow's the draw, let's be honest, it's because of the beliefs, whether you agree with it or not. I mean, but it is polarizing, and we've broken this down before a little bit. With Colin Kaepernick and his story, amplify that times 10, at least, and that's where you get with Colin Kaepernick. I think it would be monumentally a bigger story if, like you said, the Broncos signed him.
Yeah, I think you're right. In fact, you've got to be right on that.
Of course.
That's a good one.
Of course.
It wasn't really the context I was going in.
I mean, you asked.
No, but you got it.
You asked the question.
I mean, I was kind of thinking of. Yeah, I think that's a really good one, and actually quite comparable in the sense that obviously it's a former quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Some wondered if he was as good at quarterback as people said he was good at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's been a lack of time in between. Now, the only difference here, it would be like Colin Kaepernick coming back as like a wide receiver, right?
Yeah, exactly.
In that
or a tight end.
Or a tight end.
Yeah.
I feel like he's more wide receiver.
Yeah.
In his build,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tebow. You saw the video Marcel had today of him coming out of there. I mean, he's big.
Yes.
I mean, he, from a fullback or an H-back or a tight end. I mean, he can play it physically. It looks we don't know if he can play it physically, but he certainly is big. It's not like he looks like a wide receiver or a running back trying to play tight end.
He looks like a Lego character. Like it's blocky. I mean, it's not an insult.
That's
but
good.
he's
true. That's a good
you're like
visual.
I was gonna say roadblocks, but that's probably past your era. I have a 6-year-old who's into roadblocks, and he looks like a roadblocks character.
Yeah,
with all due respect to Tim
which
Tebow,
made him at times not look like a quarterback.
Correct, but even more. I think he's put on weight. Obviously.
Oh yeah. I think to fill this role, and I'll also say this: made him at times not look like he wasn't your typical baseball player build.
True.
He was really strong. I was always impressed with Tebow from a baseball standpoint. Guys, that he could be that flexible. Like he had to be flexible to be, like you said, kind of stocky. Mm-hmm. And now more guys are bigger than ever before.
Aaron Judge says what's up.
Well, he is, but he's still 6'7", man. I mean, he's not.
Yeah, but he's huge.
More Tebow. Still, there's not many guys that are built like Tebow that play baseball.
True,
Let's just say that. They're not anybody's built like Judge. Maybe Stanton's closest one that play baseball. But and the White Sox seem to have a couple guys like that too now. So, yeah, I was trying to think of. It just shows you how rare it is. All right, I mean Kaepernick, of course, because of you want to get the polarization going.
Oh yeah,
go ahead. I mean, just throw Kaepernick's name as a topic today, and we'll get it out there, right? And Tebow does that to people in a different way, but it's like throwing gas on a fire,
If you bring Kaepernick back, that's like the cover of Time magazine. Like that's polarizing more from a sports level, know. And I don't think, I get it's big here and it's big in sports media. I don't think it's like to the national level.
You're right.
Yeah.
Now I had my mom calling me today
about Tim Tebow.
Yes.
My word.
No.
What did she have to say about that?
I don't know. I forgot to listen to that. I called her back, but I forgot to listen. You want to hear what it is? Let's see. If should we play this live? Well, I don't think she swears.
Okay.
Get the drop button
she left you a voicemail.
She left me a voicemail.
I like it.
Let's see.
Hello. How are you? I was wondering how Kaylee did on the weekend, and
what's going on?
I'm wondering what's happening with Tebow. He can't seem to make up his mind what sport he wants to play.
I like that. Shots fired.
And you guys have him back.
Shots fired from Brent's mom. I like it.
The news said, which I can't always believe.
Easy now.
Position, is it halfback? That he's never played before.
I like it.
Well, there you go. I don't know what else Mom's going to say, but
Tim
that was
Tebow.
at least clean.
I love it.
So there you go.
Yes.
Mom, that's what Mom had to say about Tebow. So I had Mom calling me today about Tebow.
Yeah.
And so in my world, this is what I was telling somebody this. We've been talking about Tebow for a month.
Yeah.
Mom just figured it out.
Yeah.
Mom just figured it out. Like the newsroom just figured it out.
Yeah.
That today, 7:30 this morning. Brent, I know you're not working TV today, but I need you down live at the stadium.
Were you down there?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is why I can't do what you do. Because I would have been like, go get it yourself. He's a third string tight end. Go get it yourself. Or let TMZ get it. No, I'm not going. That's why you're where you're at and I'm where I'm at.
Yeah. Well, you have a damn office.
I do have an office. I do have an office.
So.
No, the only text message I got today or voicemail regarding Tim Tebow was one of my friends texted me. He's like, so how many times are you going to talk about how you have the better Wonderlic score than Tim Tebow today? And to answer that question,
the over-under on that's already been 57 times on the show.
Yeah, but today, only once. And yes, I may have had the better Wonderlic score, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah, we got Tebow on live. First question. What was your Wonderlic score?
Tim? Well,
you know what mine was?
Out there. It's out there. Yeah. No, mine's not out there. Yeah. I'm telling the truth. But his is out there, obviously. He's very he's polarizing.
So that's you're right about this, though. Even though Mom left me a message and Mom heard about it, and I don't know what Mom was watching and where she heard about it. Like she might have been watching like the Today Show or CBS This Morning or one of those bad cable networks. I don't know. That talk about politics all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I tell her not to watch them, but she watches it anyway.
Of course.
So I don't know if that's where she heard it, saw it. Bottom line, Mom's not a Facebooker. Mom's not on Twitter.
Okay.
Mom's like part of the Flintstone era still. Okay. So
I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Hopefully my mom's listening to that because my mom's got Twitter burner accounts. So. Yeah, because she talks about, hey, I saw you tweet this. I'm like, how? Because you don't have an account. Oh, I Googled your name. I bet you did.
Yeah.
No, you're on there.
She does have a burner account. I like
Kevin
that
Durant
about
burner accounts. Yeah.
And I can't even text my mom. My mom doesn't text.
Oh, really?
No. She doesn't text.
I
told you, man. The Flintstones.
There ain't nothing wrong. Yeah, you got to call your mom sometimes, dude.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
That's if I talk to my mom, I talk to her.
I like it
through that.
I like it.
So through the phone.
Yep.
But where did she? This was like she heard about it. But to your point, if Kaepernick might be leading, like the world news tonight.
Of course. Oh yeah, it's
right.
Yeah, let's not get it twisted.
It's WOKV over there on the other side.
Yeah,
104.5.
Sure.
Probably talking Kaepernick. I don't know if they're talking Tebow. They're putting it like I was on with Rich this morning. They're talking about it, but they're probably not filling like hours with it. Kaepernick probably is filled.
If the Jaguars signed Colin Kaepernick, it would be me and Anderson Cooper on 60 Minutes talking about it. Hate to tell you, and all due respect to you, but it'd be like, let's go to Jacksonville with Austin Lane. So Anderson, how you doing? Yeah, it's crazy over here, Colin. Yeah,
so that's a good call.
Yeah,
I was thinking of that coming up the stairs today.
You were thinking Jake Paul, so it is what it is.
Well, because I was thinking more from that realm. Like, what kind of what star or what person that's Hollywood, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. If Jake Paul gets a contract before I do playing tight end, I'll freak out. Okay, and that's the truth.
Well, he's already got like a Showtime deal, man. Are you already freaking out?
No, because that's sports entertainment. Like boxing and MMA can be sports entertainment. Football shouldn't be sports entertainment. If we go down that road and Jake Paul gets the contract for the football team, like I said, I'll freak out.
We will see if
you're gonna see if I freak out, because I'll freak out.
Well, we'll see if it happens.
Okay,
I wouldn't put it past anybody.
Don't put me all in on that one. Promise you that.
Would be a bigger deal, LeBron James signs as the tight end with the Jags or Tim Tebow?
LeBron James. Come on, Brent.
Got to be right.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Tebow's a trending.
Asking.
I know, but
I'm
come
trying
on,
to get
man.
the measuring stick.
Come on, man.
I believe you.
Bring it back down to reality a little bit. Okay.
Did you see that? Did you see that came out that LeBron James?
Oh, he's gonna wear an eye patch for his next game?
Yeah,
is that what you're talking about?
2011 or something. He was asked about playing tight end.
There's teams interested right now.
Still now?
Yeah. There's reports yesterday saying that teams are interested in trying him out at tight end.
If I'm a tight end, am I insulted?
No, not LeBron James. you get it.
But they already have tried so many. They've tried former quarterbacks. They're putting Tebow there. They're saying LeBron James there. They're saying every basketball player that's ever played forward can play tight end. Charles Barkley, try him out. Brooks Koepka, get off the golf course and come try out tight end.
Brent, you're off the rails right now. Think about it, man. If Antonio,
tight end.
You didn't play basketball in college. You played for the Giants and got a technical foul in 2 seconds.
Austin Lane caught 4 passes at Iola Scandinavian, Wisconsin. Play tight end.
First of all State.
Yeah.
So
That's because they ran the ball up in Wisconsin. 4 passes, 4 catches would get you all state.
Okay. So hang on. But let's table the LeBron James conversation real quick. I had more than number one, all state tight end and wide receiver in Wisconsin.
So Knighton.
So a little respect. Hey, man, if I played Rhode Island, I'd be having the key to the whole state right now. So don't even make fun of my state when you're coming from a shopping mall that had a soccer field for your football stadium. Okay? So with that being said, now moving on.
Idea.
You never know. So moving on, though, with LeBron James. Brent, Antonio Gates, Jimmy Graham. These are former basketball players who, became Pro Bowl and All-Pro tight ends. Who's to say LeBron James couldn't do that? Heck, Travis Kelce played tight end. He played quarterback in college.
Yeah.
Played tight end in Kansas City. 2 years, He's a Pro Bowler. So, if the athleticism's there, it's there. LeBron James, we say a lot of things about him. He's got athleticism. Now, you're not going to go blind in that eye, so stop milking that.
Yeah.
We'll get into that later. But he's an athletic freak. How could he not work out?
Are you surprised a guy like LeBron James that doesn't – the stuff that Tebow is doing – now, keep in mind, he wasn't at the professional level one of the greatest of all time to do it. So he's trying to keep the fire alive a little bit, and he's willing to go to baseball. Why? Because he was forced out of football, essentially.
Yeah.
He's willing to go back to maybe football because I'm going to give it another try before I get too old because I was kind of forced out of baseball. I wasn't making it.
Yeah.
So it's different circumstances. But are we a little surprised an athlete like LeBron James isn't more interested in saying, watch what I can do too? Or is he chasing too much of a legacy in the NBA?
I think he's got a full
He's too
plate.
big in the NBA to do
For
it,
sure.
right?
But if you look at basketball players, though, their skill set fits the tight end position perfectly. The problem is, though, it's up here. It's the mental prowess. It's the physicality part that can be hard for some of those players, I think. Right? I'm not saying LeBron James couldn't handle it. I think he's the rarity. But I think there's a lot of guys out there that have the intangibles, the athleticism to be a great tight end from college basketball, but they don't have the will to hit somebody. They don't have the will to block somebody. Yeah. That takes a special type of person, too.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It takes a certain mentality. I'd play basketball instead of football, too.
You know what's up.
No doubt. I'd play basketball for less than $1 million.
I
would do that.
Brett would play basketball for $1 million, I bet.
Yeah, I do have
he's done it for less.
9 career points as a professional basketball player. Mm-hmm. Just want to remind you folks.
And one technical.
More than Austin Lane.
And one technical foul. But they don't call you Mr. Thanksgiving, though, do you?
They don't yet, but I should be in the Jacksonville Giants Hall of Fame, ABA Hall of Fame, just like Artis Gilmore. We'll be back. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
ESPN 690 Sports Center Update.
Happy Thursday. I'm Jake Mitchell. The MLB season is still relatively young, but defense has been on display with 6 no-hitter games already this season. The latest coming last night from Yankees hurler Corey Kluber. Here's how he felt heading into the 9th inning last night.
I wouldn't say freaking out. I definitely think that I had to take a breath after the warm-ups and calm myself down a little bit. I probably would compare it to kind of the feeling before maybe the first playoff start. Just you got heart beating faster, some adrenaline going, things like that.
The SEC is trying to help schools recover from a season with no fans by sending each school $23 million, which should help, although the losses were closer to $45 million per school. Don't forget to check out your Jumbo Shrimp playing Norfolk tonight at 11:50 p.m. on ESPN690.com. The Sports Center Update is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
Come on, one more rep. You got this. 10. There it is. Nice work, man. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I got to tell you, taking Nugenix makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix? That's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas. The Big Hurt, right?
Oh, yeah. This is a legit product. The key ingredient is Testofen, which helps boost free testosterone levels and increase lean muscle mass.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Hey, are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try for themselves? Yeah, Nugenix is a great way to increase lean muscle and feel stronger with more energy and endurance. Man, I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix. No problem. You just got to send them a text. Text BEACH to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Nugenix samples are not available in stores, so text BEACH to 321-321 right now. Text BEACH to 321-321. Text BEACH to 321-321.
We should always be looking at our finances, but 2020 made my family take an even closer look, a bit more of a deeper dive, and it might have done the same for you, even into the world of retirement. Although that's a bit down the road for me, it might be closer for you, and your plan should already be under a microscope, and you have to lean on the experts to help guide the right plan. My friend Mike Lester with Talon Wealth Management is the perfect partner. He will provide a complimentary analysis and a plan for you. Call him at 904-515-5000 or visit guardingyournestegg.com. That's 904-515-5000 or guardingyournestegg.com. Mike will give you the guidance you need as retirement gets closer. He can help you convert company plans to private plans, a move that might give you higher returns and more options. You've earned the money. Now make sure you are ready for whenever retirement will be. Call Mike Lester at Talon Wealth Management, 904-515-5000. That's 904-515-5000. Or visit guardingyournestegg.com. There is a taste of the islands in every drop of Vida de Luis tequila, imported directly from Tequila, Mexico to Jacksonville Beach. Vida de Luis is the only locally owned tequila in Jax Beach. Support local and try Vida de Luis. Award-winning, smooth, all natural, no aldehydes or additives, which means wake up feeling good the next morning. Find out where you can pick up a bottle of Vida de Luis, Blanco, Reposado, or Añejo. Just visit VitaDeLuis.com. Support local and taste the islands in every drop.
Vacations are coming back, so before you hit the road, get your vehicle checked out by the pros at Honda of the Avenues. Honda of the Avenues Service Department continues to get 5 stars for their certified technicians using certified parts. The new Express Service Center is now open, so stop by if you need an oil change, tires, battery, wiper blades, or if you need any repairs to your vehicle. Awarded the 2021 Dealer Rater Consumer Satisfaction Award. Honda of the Avenues, easy to find on Phillips Highway south of 295 or at HondaofTheAvenues.com. The Honda Giant.
Hey, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Bruce. We're the owners of Koala Insulation. Did you know that according to the Department of Energy, heating and cooling account for almost half of the home's energy use and expense? We started our insulation business because we wanted to help people save money on those energy bills and live a healthier life.
Schedule a free evaluation today at koalainsulation.com.
Koala Insulation. Clean, knowledgeable, and trusted.
Shred your goals this year with the new Metabolism Boost Banana Passion Fruit Smoothie from Smoothie King. At only 240 calories and 14 grams of protein per 20 ounces, this crave-controlling meal smoothie has non-GMO whole fruits, naturally derived caffeine, and absolutely no syrups. Or try strawberry pineapple or mango ginger. Start your healthier habit and order online at smoothieking.com. Now for pickup or delivery at any of the Jacksonville area locations. Smoothie King, rule the day.
I can pop a beer in here, right? Your cousin from Boston. This here is Sam Adams Boston Lager. It's my go-to beer. Not too heavy, not too light. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, that's whoopsie daisy. Oh no. Is there somebody that can help? Come on in the room. It poured right in the keyboard. Relax. I spill beer on my computer all the time. Sam Adams Boston Lager. The Boston Beer Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Drink responsibly.
Vote for this week's ESPN 690 High School Athlete of the Week, presented by Honda of the Avenues. Each week, an athlete with the most votes will be announced on Action Sports Jax. To vote or nominate your favorite student athlete, go to ESPN690.com or check us out on ESPN 690's Facebook page.
Is he deserving? I don't know. I still think that's to be determined. We'll see if he actually makes the roster.
Makes training.
And I know Tim Tebow is a very polarizing name. Like, so people want to come out and say, oh, he stinks or he shouldn't be playing. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I hear you. Like I said, keep that energy for everybody that's got an opportunity because of the person that they've known. People talk about him like he's going to be a starter. Like, that's where I feel like the anger and, like, the polarization comes out. Oh, you're taking money. Like, Tim Tebow's not going to be a starter. He's not going to be a starter. Like, why are we talking about it like where it goes to such a high degree of anger or frustration about it?
I said this today, by the way. It's Jay Williams, Zubin, Jay Williams, Keyshawn Johnson. I listen to him every morning, 6 a.m., 10 a.m. on ESPN 690. Listen to us, 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. right here on Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. And I tweeted this. The energy for Tebow is surreal, unreal. It's amazing. And I think people I do feel like this. And I'm not sure who I'm targeting here with this comment.
Yeah.
But Tebow's in your head. Like, he's in people's heads. The Tebow, and it's not Tebow, but the Tebow, like, believers have fully gotten in the head of the Tebow doubters, in my opinion. Like, so much so that they take up, that's why we have this. That's why he's become polarized. That's why we, like, even to what Jay Williams just said there. I have not heard one person, not one person have I heard on this whole topic think that Tebow's going to be a starter and frontline guy for the Jags. I can't find that. Now, maybe you've seen it. Maybe somebody else can find it for me. But I have not seen that person. I have not heard that person. They haven't emailed me. They haven't tweeted me. They haven't called in the show. But so where did Jay Williams come up with that? Like, is he just saying there are people that believe that? Like, does somebody around here really believe that Tebow's going to make this roster and be the starting tight end?
There's his fans, absolutely.
I haven't seen it.
You don't think there's any Tebow fans out there that think he's going to come back and he's going to make the team and he's going to start catching touchdown passes? Come on, man. You got to know his fan base.
You just said any. Okay, so you're telling me, can I go find somebody? Can I dig deep for somebody?
I feel like
he's telling me it's a narrative.
I feel like Tim Tebow's fan base thinks he's going to make this team.
Okay, that's totally different than being like tight end one, man, and playing all these snaps and catching 12 touchdowns and me and Travis Kelce.
Oh, okay.
That's what Jay Williams just essentially said.
Well, let me rephrase myself. I think Tim Tebow's fans are going to – they think Tim Tebow's going to come in here and he's going to contribute to the team. There you go. I think he's going to catch touchdown passes. That's what they think is going to happen. Yes.
Yeah,
because these are the same fans that wanted Tim Tebow to come to Jacksonville to try to win games after you saw what he did in Denver. So why wouldn't they think he can play tight end now and catch touchdown passes?
I think, first of all, I think that was a little bit different. He had at least built some momentum, and he was still in college quarterback guy, and you could make the claim, hey, he didn't get a fair chance, and he's whatever. People are trying to root against you. You could, if you're a big-time Tebow fan and you're on that side, you can make those claims. Where we are 10 years later, he didn't make it in the NFL. A Tebow fan that says he could still be a quarterback in the NFL, does that person still exist?
Brent, you are naive if you don't think there's a group of Tebow fans out there that don't think he's going to come in and eventually be the starting tight end of the Jacksonville Jaguars, man.
But again, this is where I think people are in their own heads. Are you telling? Yes, I understand people are
his
way
fans,
out there.
Man.
No, his fans. Like how many? 5
Brent,
or
no.
500 million?
Brent,
are there 500 million people out there that say Tebow's going to be tight end one?
Brent,
or are we making up that narrative?
The whole reason why Tim Tebow is annoying to some people are because of the fans. It's not Tim Tebow. We've been down this road before.
Yes.
Why are people fed up with Tim Tebow? It's because of what his fans say about him. Because they have unrealistic expectations. We saw this in Denver, we saw it in New England, and we saw it in New York. It's not Tim Tebow. It's his fan base saying, well, this guy's going to be something special. He's going to come to the team. He's going to turn everything around. He's going to be a culture changer, and he's going to light up it on the field. That's not how it works.
Yeah. This is where I think. How many of those people are there?
Sit here and tell me right now that Tim Tebow fans out there don't think he's going to be the starting quarterback. Sit here and tell me it.
Quarterback?
I'm sorry, the starting tight end. My bad.
Yeah, I don't think there's a big group of them.
Okay, and I wholeheartedly disagree.
I think that group is saying Tebow can make the roster. I don't think they're sitting here saying Tebow's going to be in 2021 the Jags' top tight end. I don't believe it's out there.
So you think Chris Manhurst is going to beat him out in receptions? Listen, man. He's not trying to beat out Travis Kelce. And once again, this isn't me talking. This is me trying to be a Tim Tebow diehard fan in the parking lot at 316 holding up a sign saying start Tim Tebow. Okay, because those people are out there. I think they think that the depth right now is not that good on this team. They could care less about James O'Shaughnessy. They could care less about an Ohio State draft pick. They could care less about Chris Manhurst. They think that Tim Tebow is going to go on the field and be a starter and contribute. That's what I think the diehard Tim Tebow fan base is. And I'll be honest with you, there is a diehard Tim Tebow fan base because guess what? We're still talking about him. We're appeasing to some kind of audience right now. It's that fan base.
Well, I think the they in that is about 20 deep. I think the Tim Tebow fan base goes millions. And that's my point. The narrative by the millions of Tebow fans isn't, he's going to be tight end one, man. Wait till you see him play tight end. It's going to be Travis Kelce. I don't think they're saying that. I think, hey, this guy, let's see if he makes the roster. We hope he can. We think he can. That's a totally different animal than what Jay Williams said. He's going to be a starter, number one tight end. I don't think people are saying that outside of the few really like over the top people.
Do you think the guy that was there today you took a picture of that had a Tim Tebow jersey, you think he's saying he's gonna be a starter?
No, I don't. I really don't.
Dude, you gotta listen to Paul Feinbaum more, man.
I don't think he is.
You gotta listen to Paul Feinbaum's show and see what they say about Tim Tebow in there.
He wants that person calling in. I'm going bull riding when we come back on ESPN 690. This is a bunch of bull.
I'm Action News Jack's first alert meteorologist Garrett Biedenball. Weather here is unique. It could be bright and sunny 1 minute and then a downpour the next. That's why mornings are when you need us the most. So you can plan your day, no matter if you're getting ready to go to work or working from your living room, getting the kids ready for school or ready for lunchtime. I'm on TV explaining how weather is going to affect your day and night ahead. So you're prepared for anything. I'll get you ready on Action News Jax this morning.
Need a good paying job with a flexible work schedule and benefits? A1A Solar is looking for you. $70,000 is a reasonable first-year expectation. Seasoned reps can easily make six figures. Leads provided to you as well. Health, dental, 401k benefits. A1A Solar is a tremendous company, voted best places to work in Jacksonville, and in 2016 was the Veteran-Owned Business of the Year. Be a part of an awesome company at A1A Solar. Just go visit A1ASolar.com.
Where else can you get luncheon, brunchin', boozin' specials? Only one place, at Culhane's Irish Pub at Atlantic Beach and on the south side. It's as Irish as you can get, owned by 4 Irish sisters. And they've got fish and chips, of course, shepherd's pie. Go today for lunch or dinner. Eat in, order out. Culhane'sIrishPub.com for the full menu. And try the new 5 Sisters Vodka at happy hour. Luncheon, brunchin', boozin' specials, and so much more. 2 locations, Atlantic Beach and the south side. Culhane's Irish Pub, Irish sass with 5-star class.
Men, do you feel embarrassed in the bedroom because of ED or PE? Prime Men's Medical Center has the solution.
I'm Dr. Brown. 98% of patients experience a positive result from the treatment in just 10 minutes after just one office visit. Men are lasting 30, 60, 90 minutes or longer, and it's affordable.
Call Prime Men's Medical Center at 904-664-8217. See results on your first visit guaranteed or pay nothing. Call 904-664-8217.
No matter what you are driving, you can step up to luxury now at any of the Fields Auto Group dealerships in Jacksonville. Cadillac, Jaguar, Land Rover, Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche. Yes, it's luxury for less at all Fields Auto Group locations in Jacksonville. Plus, you'll also be part of their exclusive Fields Amenities program, where you will get complimentary loaners, car washes, and cafes. So whatever you're driving, see Fields first and step up to luxury for less during this amazing opportunity. Visit fieldsauto.com.
Community Vaccination Center open in Jacksonville. So if you haven't received your COVID-19 vaccination, now is the time to get it. Johnson & Johnson vaccines are available now at the Gateway Mall at 5200 Norwood Avenue in Jacksonville. Come by between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. 7 days a week. There's no cost and no appointment is needed for everyone 18 and older. Just show up and get your shot. It's that easy. That's the COVID vaccine, 7 days a week at the Gateway Mall.
Summer, it's almost here, but Memorial Day savings are already at the Home Depot. In-store, online, store-wide. Like 5 bags of garden fresh mulch for just $10. Save on everything from flower beds to a fresh coat of paint. From power tools to ceiling fans. Ready, set, summer. Memorial Day savings, here now, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Limit 75 bags per customer. Color selection varies by store. While supplies last, continental U.S. only.
O'Reilly. Don't miss out on Clean Car Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. If your car could use a spring cleaning, stop by for great deals on everything you need to keep your car looking new. Like Mother's California Gold Wash and Wax, just $4.99 for a 64-ounce bottle. That's a $6 savings. Visit the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts today or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
A position he's never played.
He hasn't played football at all since the 2015 preseason. ESPN's Damian Woody says some players may be doubting new coach Urban Meyer.
A lot of these veterans are they just start scratching their heads like, what the hell is going on around here? What is this guy doing? And I think you put yourself in a situation where you really have to tread carefully because you could lose some of these veterans early on in the process.
Damian Woody on Get Up. Eastern Conference of the NBA play-in. The Pacers and Wizards tonight, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio. The winner gets the 8 seed and will play the 76ers in the first round.
What? Just 15 seconds to talk about Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea? That smooth taste of real brewed iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol? What? We started already? Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for it in the bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station. Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios.
This is Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 with Brent Martineau and Austin Lane.
Would you ride a bull?
Absolutely. You?
Like a real bull.
If I didn't have a fight coming up and I could wear like the face mask and like the chest protector and like the Kevlar stuff, yeah, I'd probably do it.
Well, Michael Lane does it for a living.
Yeah, see, now that I would not do. There's no way. I'm not that crazy.
So let's bring Michael Lane in right now on Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
Oh, well, there you go.
Brent
That's a nice
Martineau,
introduction.
former Jags player, current MMA fighter, Austin Lane, my co-host, Michael. And I'll ask you the same thing that my wife always tells me to ask Austin Lane when it comes to MMA and being in a cage. Like, why do you do that? That's the question. That's how we start. Why do you do this?
Yeah, and that's a great question because bull riding we're a lot into motivation and positive stuff, and you have to have a why for everything that you do in life. And my why is it's a passion that I've done for such a long time, and it provides a good life for my family coming up.
Well, you're coming to Jacksonville this weekend. How fun is this to be able to get, doing what you're doing, but out in front of fans again after the last year? I mean, that's kind of why you do what you do as well, I would assume. Part entertain, you feed off that crowd. What will it be like in Jacksonville?
Oh, yeah. We're always excited to come to the Sunshine State and just enjoy y'all's weather. And the atmosphere the energy's always good in Florida, so we're always looking forward to it.
Michael, when we're talking about like what makes a great bull rider, obviously, you can't have that fear, but like, is it the grip strength? Is it just the overall body strength? Is it the size? Like, what makes a great bull rider?
Oh, it's just the time that you put into it. And like anything, not only the time that you put into it, but what you've done with that time. I always tell a lot of people 10 years ago, it was just cowboys that went home and worked on the ranches, and that's what they did, and then they went and rode bulls on the weekend. And nowadays we're turning more into professional athletes. Like, if you're in the top 35 in the world, you're spending most all your week at home training and preparing for the weekend.
Well, and Michael, and how do you prepare, right? Because like my co-host said, I mean, I do MMA. If I'm getting ready for an MMA fight, I just can't go in and spar super hard every single day because that's going to take a toll on my body. And by the time the fight comes around, I won't be ready to perform. From a bull riding perspective, like, are you riding that bull like pretty much every single day? Or is there other things that you do to get ready? Like, what is like your training regiment like, I guess?
So in my younger age, I did get on a lot of bulls, and you have to do that, like I said, just putting in the time. You have to get on a lot of bulls just to get the feel of it. But as I've gotten older and I rely on bull riding to pay my bills and take care of my family, I realize not being healthy, if I'm not healthy, I can't pay my bills. So I don't get on as many practice bulls. I have a bull at home it's a barrel that you buy out of Canada. and it just simulates how a bull bucks. So I ride that every single day, but I wake up in the mornings and I do like a 2-hour kind of lightweight body training, and then I do hot yoga at lunchtime, and then that evening I'll do like conditioning, jump rope, and mix that in with my barrel.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Michael Lane taking us a little bit behind the scenes. He'll be in town for the PBR Jacksonville Invitational this weekend. Tickets available, by the way, on Ticketmaster to check it out. And listen, watching these guys do their thing is fun. I always say this, Michael. I say, in all seriousness, and people don't believe me, Austin played football in the NFL, and now he's in a cage. From the football standpoint, I wouldn't play the game for $1 million in a series. I wouldn't do it. It's just too violent. I guess I'm that much of a wuss. Would I be better off getting $1 million to ride a bull one time? Should I do that if given the option?
I mean, it would be a tough challenge, not knowing anything and just going into it like that. I know there was an NFL player. I wish I could remember his name. It's been a few years back, but he actually came to one of the events and got on the bull. It was the bull deja vu, and he lasted like 2 seconds. But it was just a really cool. He wanted to experience it and do it, and they let him come to the biggest level of bull riding and do it. So that was really cool.
That is
See,
cool.
I'd be doing like a calf or something. I wouldn't be doing the bull. Like, there's no way. I would say I rode a bull, and it would be like a cow. Like, I was saying it was a bull. Like,
you can't.
Just for the story.
I think for $1 million, I think they'd check.
Yeah, well, and then I would Photoshop myself on like a real bull. Like, that's what I would do.
Yes.
I've always been like super interested of the psyche of any kind of professional athlete. And when we talk about bull riders, like, when I played football, you had to get psyched up, right? I played defensive lineman. It's all about intensity. It's all about physicality. So, like, you get to a frame of mind, like, where you're amped up and you're ready to roll. With bull riding, like, do you find yourself going into that kind of mode, too? Or is it a little more, like, relaxed and just, breathe through it to kind of focus on what you're doing? I guess, is it more physical or is it more mental at the end of the day?
Definitely, it definitely requires both. But if you don't have the mental aspect, the physical aspect can't play its part. So yeah, you go into it and you just shut everything off. You don't hear the crowd, you don't see nothing. You're just focused on how calm your mind was in hot yoga that week and how simple your thoughts were at that point. So you really just keep everything simple and calm. So the things that you teach your body throughout the week, your brain can take a hold of and just naturally react. Because if we have to think the bull is going left or right, there's not a chance in the world that we're going to make that happen. Our body has to react to what he's doing.
Isn't that crazy, Brent? Trying to turn off your mind, essentially, like you're in yoga.
Yeah.
On top of a bull.
And it makes sense
to
me. That does make sense.
Well,
right?
Easier said than done.
Well, no, I couldn't do it. I just say it makes sense. Like, it does make sense. It's a great comparison. Sure. I listen to all the athletes we talk to, and everybody does yoga now, and I think about what Michael's talking about right now, and you probably say that to people, and they say, what? You do what? You do yoga? Isn't it crazy how much of a thing? Like, you even said, like, it's transitioned to where you take care of your body like a professional athlete, but that's a new transition in your world too, Michael. But yoga is very much a part of that. It's like you said, hey, I do yoga 10 years ago. They'd be laughing at you. And now it's like it's part of the routine.
3 years ago, they were laughing at me until I took them with me, and then they respected it.
Yeah. It's a wild thing, like in the sports world, how many people utilize it. And I could see how that would help you. Hey, you're from Virginia, man. How many bull riders are from Virginia? I think bull riding, I think Texas. I think Wyoming. I think Montana. I don't think Virginia very much.
Yeah, and most people are that way. I grew up in North Carolina pretty much ever since I graduated high school, and there was a lot of bull riders at that point in time. That's been 10 years ago, and just things have faded off. They've gotten hurt, or the drive just hasn't been there, or the wrong paths, and it's narrowed down to where there's very, very few of us. But I have so many brothers that I've made throughout the years over the country that I don't feel like I'm any different just because of where I'm from. When I show up, I feel the brotherhood of all my buddies that I've been around my entire life. So, yeah, there's not a lot of guys out here. And a matter of fact, I think, to make the World Finals from Virginia, there's only ever been 2 guys total.
Wow.
Wow, how about that? That's exclusive company then. Michael Lane with us, Action Sports Shacks on ESPN 690. Wrapping up with you, man. Unleash the Beast, PBR, Jacksonville Invitational coming up this weekend at the arena. You can get the tickets at Ticketmaster.com. It's fun spending some time with you. Don't say Jacksonville here. You got to eliminate Jacksonville. But I've seen some rodeos like in Wyoming. Saw one like this Friday night thing in a place called Carefree, Arizona, which was kind of cool. We took the family to. I've seen some. And bull riding in various places, which is neat. Do you have a favorite place to ride where you're like, man, you got to, if you were going to tell Austin and I to go experience it and watch it and feel it, what would you say?
Cheyenne Frontier Days is probably it's one of the biggest ones going on, and it's just a Western atmosphere. It's a really big venue. It's been going on for a really long time. So Cheyenne Frontier Days is something that people always remember when they go there.
I've been there too, man, and that's. I thought you were going to say that. I didn't mention that on my list, but I was like, I wonder if that is as big to the bull rider as it is to the fans. All right, leave us with this. Where is bull riding as a sport? Like, give us a temperature check on it. Is it thriving? Is it doing well? Are there things transitioning? I mean, all sports have these moments. Where do you see it as a guy who's world class and 31 years old? Where's the sport of bull riding at?
Bull riding's growing leaps and bounds. Me being in it for 10 years, from the time I started till where we're at now, it's crazy to see the way that things change, the way the athletes handle it. And what's really elevated this that I think y'all will think this is cool is the Brazilians are world-class athletes. They're very, very good at riding their bulls. And with that being said, they leave their own family. They leave their own country. They come to our country with one thing on mind, and that's ride bulls, and they work as a team. So that's really cool to see them, but that's all that's done for us is just elevate us and made us better. And it's just made the sport grow as well, too.
That's pretty cool. I lied to you. I do have one more question. Is there a bull that you don't want to ride this weekend? Like, how much homework do you do on the bull?
Any scouting?
There's always this one when you walk up, you're kind of like, man, I hope that one's not mine. But we don't ever really think about that. It don't matter. All that will matter is the bull that's beside my name. I just have to do my job in riding. No matter what his stats are, I still have to do the same thing.
Hey, Michael Lane, get it done this weekend, man. Have a lot of fun. We appreciate you taking a few minutes.
Awesome. Thank you all for talking with me.
All right. That's Michael Lane, PBR Jacksonville Invitational. Unleash the Beast in town this weekend. I have been to some. I like bull riding, rodeos, whatever. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
And we were out in Wyoming. We went to the Frontier Days. I missed a little bit of camp that year, and we actually built. That was when we went to Yellowstone with the family. Went out there, and we kind of drove all through the state of Wyoming.
Yeah.
And they say a place called you know this Cody, Wyoming is known for bull riding and rodeos and everything too. We didn't go there. That's like on the eastern part of Yellowstone. But Cheyenne is where the Frontier Days are. And somebody here actually at TPC at one time told me, you got to go out to this thing.
Yeah.
And so we did, and we built it around like Eric Church was performing.
Oh, there you go.
So we met some friends that lived like an hour away. We went there, and we saw the whole atmosphere. We didn't necessarily lock into the rodeo. The timing didn't work out. So we ended up going to a different rodeo a couple hours away when our trip was kind of winding down. But I could that wouldn't be surprising. Like, that's where it's at. Like, in that sport is the Frontier Days in Cheyenne, Wyoming. It's a, like, again, I wouldn't do it. But I always say this, like, I could have grew up in like Wyoming or Texas or one of those around it. Like, I feel like I could. Like, there's something about it that I like. Like, I love it. I just wouldn't do it. I think those guys are, in a good way, kind of crazy.
One of the cool things about going to Murray State was the fact that they had their own rodeo team.
They did.
So like they would compete against colleges, and like we would go watch the rodeo team compete. It was everything. It was like the barrel racing, calf roping, and then obviously the bull riding as well. So that was always a cool thing. I mean, I watched it as a kid as well because we have in Wisconsin. You know, by us, there's like the rodeos and everything. So like I grew up with it, but it was cool to see like on a collegiate level of like competition as a team.
It's funny you say you grew up around. Like, I didn't. I mean, obviously I went to school in Ohio, but I mean, I don't have bull riding in Rhode Island. I hate to tell you. Like,
there's a big annual rodeo every single year. That's about like 20 miles down the road from us. That they would have. They call it the Manimal Rodeo. It's like the Midwest Rodeo.
Well, check it out, Ticketmaster.com for the event this weekend. Couple days of it. Kind of cool. Like, all these events are happening now, right? Which is, and more and more people are going to be allowed into all these places and the sporting events. So that's pretty neat. You bring up, said rodeo. I would say some people are like, wow, they have rodeo, college team rodeo.
Yeah.
I thought about this the other day, and it's probably too early. This might be a topic for a little bit down the road. But there are sports popping up like left and right that you wouldn't 10 years ago have considered a sport. I'm not saying rodeo is one of them, but from obviously the e-gaming world, right?
Okay.
Spike ball's a great one, right? That's a great. Listen,
hey, ESPN.
I will tell you. I'll tell you this.
Okay.
My kids.
Okay.
This is again. You're 33 now. You're getting old.
I am.
The 16-year-old kids.
Sure.
Love playing spike ball, man.
Oh, I see it.
They love it.
I watch on ESPN.
I know, and you can watch it on ESPN. It's kind of not a great watch.
Thank you. Well, that's all I'm saying. Spike ball is a great. It looks like I've never played it before. It looks fun on the beach.
So they'll play for hours.
Yeah, it looks like
I will play for hours.
It looks like a blast. On ESPN though,
it didn't do it for me.
On ESPN though,
there are some things that I can say, okay, I see why that's on TV.
Yeah,
and I see why some people, even if I don't like it, that's not one. Like I thought that would play a little better maybe on TV, but it really doesn't.
Cornhole on ESPN? I mean...
Yeah, but there's still something about cornhole that kind of locks you in. Well, and here's why, because we've all played it. Like, we all haven't played spike ball.
You appreciate greatness.
And you're like, well, that guy's unbelievable.
Correct.
Like, you can tell, like, how do you get that good at that game, right?
I once saw a guy sink, like, it was like 12 rounds in a row of cornhole.
And that's so there's an appreciation for that.
Sure.
I don't know if we all know and haven't played. Like I've never played spike ball. We have it.
Yeah.
Ty plays it, but I don't play it. So I don't have an appreciation for what makes you good at it.
As somebody that's played it, I've watched it and I just sit there like, oh my God, they're so good.
Really?
Like this is insane. This is so cool. Yeah. It's even watching like just a few little clips of it. I'll sit there on my phone and watch the whole thing and be like, how are they doing that?
But I play a lot of video games. That I can't to me, it's not. I don't know.
I do that. I'll do that
So
too. Like if I'm into a game, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go watch this guy play and see if I can.
So you
learn
will
anything.
watch people play. See, I still don't get that phenomenon of watching people play video
Wish you would
games.
talk to my son about that one.
I think
but they're all everybody. I mean, listen, Twitch is a thing because of that, isn't it?
I know.
But I think they watch for like I feel
And listening
like,
to our show and watching.
Well, they're streaming it and learning. But I think when I watch somebody play a video game, I'm doing it because I'm trying to learn their whatever
how they made a move.
But
Okay,
I don't think kids
it's like
are
watching
doing
me
that.
playing Pac-Man.
But like,
yeah,
if you were,
right.
when ESPN2 had like the national, I forgot what even video game it was, when they were airing, they had Street Fighter on before. I love Street Fighter.
Sure,
But like, would you watch that on ESPN?
No, because I'm not worried. Like for me, I was
'Cause you
worried
don't-
about a specific game.
I got you.
Like Street Fighter, I'd be like, oh, cool, that's cool that it's on there and good for them for the exposure. But I'm not going to watch it because I'm not trying to get better at Street Fighter.
I'm going to tell you this. In our business, right, I've been doing this for 20 years. In TV, like you'll have these, let's just say, slower times of the year.
Yeah.
And you go find like some interesting things, like interesting sports. Obviously you're going to cover the basketball, the football, the baseball. And now that's even expanded. It's a softball and lacrosse and whatever else. Track and field, all this. I mean, there's a bunch of sports that I would call traditional sports.
Sure.
Right. And lacrosse is kind of a new tradition of that. Even softball is kind of somewhat new if you're really in terms of fast pitch. It's not that old. So let's just say 15 years ago, I'm in Albany, New York, and I'm on a slow day looking for a story, and somebody tells me, hey, do you ever know like Frisbee golf? Have you ever heard of it?
Oh, yeah, disc golf, man. Yeah.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
So that was like the new thing.
Yeah.
Right?
I remember that.
And disc golf, and I know people listening probably like, hey, Brent, it's really like 30 years old. I get it.
Yeah.
But it was becoming more of a thing. Hey, you know what else would pop up? Like kickball leagues.
Sure.
Like kickball became a thing. Like it wasn't just stuff you played at recess and at your kid's 5-year-old birthday party. It was like, it's a thing. Like there are adult leagues for kickball. So we would do those stories. So the point of this conversation is now, like, I could do stories on stuff like you wouldn't even have thought would exist 15 years ago. That's my point. There are sports popping up that just like, what is that? Well, I'll tell you the most popular one. And again, this one might have an origination way back further, but it might be the fastest growing sport out there. You know what I'm going to say? Recreational, fastest growing sport out there that people play that is definitely not mainstream. Coos, you're down St. Augustine a bunch. They do this a lot in St. Augustine.
Oh.
You were about to
Volleyball?
say? No. Close. Not really that close, but
I got nothing.
Pickleball.
Okay.
Pickleball.
I don't know. Oh,
They
it's
made us
like,
play
it's,
that
it's
in
like
high school.
tennis,
It
right?
looks tennis, but smaller.
Yeah, they have it at the
everything's.
YMCA.
They have it everywhere.
They have a league
If
at the
they're
YMCA.
building, if they are building a new community center. Like, go to, and they're building a lot of them in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I almost guarantee you they have a pickleball court at that place.
So pickleball, it's a shorter net, right? And it's like bigger. It's like a ping pong paddle, right? I'm trying to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's exactly. I think it's bigger than a ping pong paddle.
But yeah.
But you're not wrong. It's small. It's a shrunk down version of. It's somewhere between ping pong and tennis.
Yeah, and it's a bigger tennis ball, right? It's like a. Right?
I don't think the ball's bigger.
Okay, same. Man, I remember playing it as a kid. I just can't remember what it looked like. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how long it's been out.
Yeah.
But I can tell you this. I don't know if the numbers support it. It might be like the fastest growing sport out there.
Do you know what the one sport I'm surprised never made it big, and Kuz, it probably applies a little more to you than it does to Brent? Beer pong.
Post Malone has a league.
Huh?
Post Malone has a league.
Oh, there you go then. But like, I'm surprised beer pong never made. And obviously, I could drink beer on.
Well, they have spin-offs now without the beer.
Yeah.
But it's
Do they
obviously
really?
originated. Yeah. Somebody bought like the kids for their birthday. It was something. It was like the beer pong set without the beer.
I'm just thinking like, I mean,
it wasn't solo cups either.
I feel like with I feel like with the youth that would have been a big thing.
Yeah.
But
well,
I guess if Post Malone's got a. I guess I'm just too old. I don't know what the cool stuff is.
You haven't been
anymore.
on a college campus in a while on a Thursday night.
Well, hey, I was on College Game Day a couple years ago at UCF.
Were they playing beer pong?
No, because remember that they outlawed him from drinking during the day because
he does.
UCF.
He uses the beer pong thing more of like an interview setting. So
I
it's not
got
as
you. It's an actual league.
Yeah.
I got you.
We'll be back on ESPN 690.
Now, the first alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Another mild day today and breezy under partly sunny skies. Highs in the 70s at the beaches to around 80 inland, dropping into the low 60s tonight. Join me beginning at 5 p.m. for CBS 47 at Fox 30. Action News Jax from the First Alert Weather Center. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds, where you get the lowest diamond price guaranteed or your money back.
We should always be looking at our finances, but 2020 made my family take an even closer look, a bit more of a deeper dive, and it might have done the same for you, even into the world of retirement. Although that's a bit down the road for me, it might be closer for you, and your plan should already be under a microscope, and you have to lean on the experts to help guide the right plan. My friend Mike Lester with Talon Wealth Management is the perfect partner. He will provide a complimentary analysis and a plan for you. Call him at 904-515-5000 or visit guardingyournestegg.com. That's 904-515-5000 or guardingyournestegg.com. Mike will give you the guidance you need as retirement gets closer. He can help you convert company plans to private plans, a move that might give you higher returns and more options. You've earned the money. Now make sure you are ready for whenever retirement will be. Call Mike Lester at Talon Wealth Management, 904-515-5000. That's 904-515-5000. Or visit guardingyournestegg.com.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
Come on, one more rep. You got this. 10. There it is. Nice work, man. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I got to tell you, taking Nugenix makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix? That's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas. The big hurt, right?
Oh, yeah. This is a legit product. The key ingredient is Testofen, which helps boost free testosterone levels and increase lean muscle mass.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Hey, are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, Nugenix is a great way to increase lean muscle and feel stronger with more energy and endurance.
Man, I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
No problem. You just got to send them a text. Text BEACH to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Nugenix samples are not available in stores, so text BEACH to 321-321 right now. Text BEACH to 321-321. Text BEACH to 321-321.
Smoked for hours, served in minutes. Now that sounds like good barbecue, and it is at Willie Jewell's in St. Augustine at Murabella Crossing. Open 7 days a week. It's old school barbecue. Trivia night on Monday. Kids eat free on Wednesdays. Check out the Willie Jewell's app and catering for all of your events. Visit williejewels.com and visit Willie Jewell's at Murabella Crossing in St. Augustine. Old school barbecue, smoked for hours, served in minutes at Willie Jewell's.
For the ones standing guard. For the eagle-eyed. For the knights in shining armor. And for all those who support them. We are Grainger, your experienced safety partner, offering supplies and solutions for every industry, committed to helping keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com/safety, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Bruce. We're the owners of Koala Insulation. Did you know that according to the Department of Energy, heating and cooling account for almost half of the home's energy use and expense? We started our insulation business because we wanted to help people save money on those energy bills and live a healthier life.
Schedule a free evaluation today at koalainsulation.com.
Koala Insulation. Clean, knowledgeable, and trusted.
You know what's good today? Arlington's Credit for Everyone program. If your beacon score is from 450 to 850, Arlington's working hard every day and getting almost everyone approved. With over 300 pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs to choose from, Arlington has what you're looking for. So much selection. You also get a 30-day exchange policy with your purchase. That's 30 days to love it or exchange it. Now that's good. Shop in person at 10939 Atlanta Boulevard or online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Just be confident. Just be valued. Just be totally zen. Community First makes smarter banking simple, easy, and convenient with better rates, fewer fees, and great digital tools so you can relax, confident that you're managing your money the right way, yours. Add an account today on your phone, tablet, or desktop at justbeyourself.com. That's justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA.
Shred your goals this year with the new Metabolism Boost Banana Passion Fruit Smoothie from Smoothie King. At only 240 calories and 14 grams of protein per 20 ounces, this crave-controlling meal smoothie has non-GMO whole fruits, naturally derived caffeine, and absolutely no syrups. Or try strawberry pineapple or mango ginger. Start your healthier habit and order online at smoothieking.com. Now for pickup or delivery at any of the Jacksonville area locations. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Listen to ESPN 690 anytime, anywhere, on any device. Whether you're at home or on the go, get the latest on the Jags, FSU, the Jumbo Shrimp, and Action Sports Jacks on Odyssey.com. That's AUDACY.com or on ESPN690.com.
Brent Martineau.
The freaking Jacksonville Jaguars are 14-12 all time against one of the best organizations, quite frankly, in all of sports.
Austin Lane.
Get him, Brent. Get him, Brent.
Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
In this situation, a lot of people, Alan, can't really grasp how it affects other things within Jacksonville's organization, from whether it's front office people to the locker room.
Who disagree.
And they disagree because there's so many other players that have tried to play in the NFL within the last 2 seasons, let's use it. And here you at that position.
Right.
And here you are signing a guy, whether you keep him or not, you're still giving him an opportunity in the offseason to show you what he could or could not do. When there's other guys that are out there that have been cut by teams or not even picked up by teams.
Right.
There's guys that after the draft are still waiting to be signed by NFL teams just to get into camp and show if they belong. That were major college football players for their universities at that position. I don't have the list in front of me, but I bet you whatever amount you want to bet that there are guys at the tight end position that were good in college that are looking to get signed to show that they belong.
You're probably right, Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn, Jay Williams, Zubin in the morning on ESPN 690, 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. To me, that's the one thing about the Tebow stuff that's like, it's an easy go-to.
It's just crazy that
it's hard to argue against, like, hey, you might be taking a guy's spot.
No. Mm-mm. Let's put this to bed right now because we agree on this thing. And I'm very passionate about this, okay? He's not taking anybody's spot. If you're good enough, they're going to find you.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're coming from Canada. Doesn't matter if you're a D3 prospect who played at Stevens Point, Wisconsin. If you're good enough, they're going to find you.
Yeah, I believe that, especially this day and age.
Yeah.
And so the whole,
I disagree with
thing,
that whole
I think it's a lazy narrative.
Thank you.
Right? It's like, okay, you're if that's what you got to lean on, well, then you just don't like the idea of it. Or you, I'm not even saying you don't like Tebow. You don't like the idea of Tebow. You don't like the whole things with Tebow, whatever it might be. But I just think that's a lazy one. I really do. And I'm glad you agree. But because I do think you're right. You know, here's the deal, Austin. The next guy, he's going to get an opportunity as well if Tebow stinks, you know?
I know.
And if Tebow's good enough, well, Tebow's going to make it, you know? And they're going to make roster moves, by the way. There's going to be other opportunities. And I think that one's a pretty lazy narrative on that front. And Tebow might offer you, I think you could make the case this. Does that other guy offer you the opportunity to do some things offensively that maybe Urban Meyer envisions? I don't even know what that is. Like, I don't know if he's going to even utilize him in any other ways, and I know you don't like the Taysom Hill stuff, but I'm just asking that question. Like, Zach Miller, did he get the opportunity to transition here in Jacksonville to tight end because he might have been able to do some fun things? That was the birth, not the birth, but it was around the birth of the move tight end. That's why he got the opportunity in Jacksonville, yet he was a bit of an experiment. Did he take it a possible opportunity away from a Power 5 SEC guy that had a better resume? Yeah, you're right, he did. He did. And you know what? He ended up parlaying that opportunity into a pretty good career, and nobody ever said anything about it. But his name wasn't Tim Tebow.
No, exactly. And this is what I kind of alluded to a couple weeks ago when I went on that giant rant about, you know, why you shouldn't really hate on this whole Tim Tebow thing if he signs the contract and now we're here and people want to hate on it. Tim, like, I don't understand. Okay, for instance, that was Keyshawn Johnson, right? Yeah. That was okay. Why are we using Tim Tebow as a scapegoat now? Like, why is he the guy? Like, he's the guy now. Where it's like, oh, he's going to the Jaguars. There's other guys out there that deserve opportunity. The system's corrupt. This happens all the time.
All the time, yeah. You said that.
Now the fact that it's Tim Tebow, I get it. It gets more eyes on it.
Yeah.
But Keyshawn Johnson, man. You've been in the league. You spent a lot of time in the league. You know how these things work. It even worked back when you played. But now to question everything because of Tim Tebow, what are we doing?
Yeah, I think here's what I don't like about the Tebow story on that side of the fence. Again, you're going to be a critic of it. You don't believe in it. You think he's not going to make it. That's fine. Like, I think listen, I don't think he's going to make it. Like,
I agree with you as well.
And I'm not against Tebow getting the opportunity, but I don't think he's going to make it. I really don't. Like, I've said that, and maybe he'll prove me wrong. But I think there are a lot of people who don't think he's going to make it. But I do have I feel like sometimes in our world, we have like self-righteous world. And I think Keyshawn just came down on the self-righteous world. You know, that's what side he was on. Mm-hmm. It's like, Keyshawn, like when you played, did you ever give a damn about the 89th or 90th guy on the roster?
Probably not.
No. Mm-hmm. Like you didn't. Yeah. Whether it was a tight end, receiver, or whatever.
Yeah.
They didn't even give a damn about it.
Yeah.
Just said throw me the damn ball.
Exactly. It's the most important thing.
That's fine. Like, but let's not be all self-righteous about like, well, that's like you just said, the system is corrupt because Tebow's getting the opportunity to do Urban Meyer. I mean, it happens in other places. Their names just aren't Tim Tebow, and the guy that brought him in wasn't Urban Meyer. I mean, no, it does happen.
If you're a current player right now, or you're out of college, and you're ticked off because Tim Tebow, quote unquote, took your spot, I hate to break it to you. You probably weren't going to make it anyways.
Yeah.
Okay? Tough love right there.
Yeah, you probably didn't get enough. You probably didn't do enough to get everybody's attention.
Exactly. So it's tough love. Because once again, I'll reiterate this. If you're good enough, they'll find you. Okay? They'll find you in the middle of nowhere. But, like, I mean, you know, we see these stories out there with the 18-year-old kid. Who's the Houston guy? I don't know. It was the Houston defensive tackle, Akembe Okoye. Wasn't it? Like, when he was 18 years old, went to Louisville for a year, and then they drafted him. Something like that. Some crazy story, but they drafted him off potential. If you're good enough or you're intriguing enough, they will give you an opportunity. That's how the NFL works, okay? So if you're a current player right now who's bitter, don't be, okay? Do some self-evaluation, do some self-reflection, and then get back to me. If you're a veteran like Keyshawn Johnson, who, you know, is seasoned in the league, who knows how the leagues work, please don't make Tim Tebow the scapegoat here, because I can give off example after example where I think, you know what, this guy got signed or this guy let go because of politics, okay? And any player in my position on a sports radio show would do the exact same thing. We all have examples of it. It is what it is. But the difference between me, I guess, and Keyshawn Johnson is I'm not going to look at Tim Tebow and say, well, since Tim Tebow now is in Jacksonville, it's time to call, you know, BS on the NFL and saying, well, why is this happening?
Yeah.
No. It's not because of Tim Tebow. Like, if the opportunity presents itself, I'll call it out. But I'm not going to call it out because of Tim Tebow. That's pointless.
Yeah, I don't blame Tebow on this front for taking the opportunity. I think if he's good enough, then he'll stick around. I think the criticism that you can now claim, and some people believe this is already a done deal and kind of like, hey, he's already got a spot. Some people have even suggested they had free agency to sign a guy. They didn't.
Yeah.
They had more draft picks and could have got an earlier, better player than they did, than Luke Farrell, who just signed today, by the way, signed his rookie deal. They didn't. Was this already in Urban Meyer's mind that this is where we're going because it's Tebow? All these other different scenarios and maybe even conspiracy theories. I think it's very simplistic, folks. I mean, yes, he's given the opportunity because of Urban Meyer. I think Urban Meyer actually has a vision of saying, hey, let's try this out and see if it will work in this way, and this way. Now, I don't know exactly what that is, but I think he has more of a vision than, hey, Tim, go out and catch a pass from Trevor Lawrence. I think it's bigger than that. But I also believe that Urban Meyer, who wants to win more than anybody on the planet, is not just giving his neighbor a chance in a roster spot just to give him one. I don't believe that's the case. I think if it's time to cut Tim Tebow, Urban Meyer's going to cut Tim Tebow. I think Tebow knows that. I think Meyer knows that. And if that doesn't happen because we witness out there on the field when we are allowed to witness, like, this is embarrassing or he doesn't even look the part, well, then I think that will be a time to really criticize. You know, if he looks in a preseason game like he's not beating out the next guy, well, he hasn't earned the equity to be able to just say, okay, you're on the team anyway. There are some players, draft picks, free agency guys, that sometimes get outperformed, but they've earned the equity because of where they were drafted or how much money they were given, that, okay, you're on the roster anyway. You know, that exists in the NFL too.
Yeah.
I don't think Tebow has earned that. And so if we get to August and September and he makes the team and we see it like in preseason games and on the field all camp, and he didn't really look the part, well, it'll be the time to criticize in that sense, like, now he's really getting an opportunity because he's in the neighbor, you know. But I don't think there's a chance in heck that if that happened, and I really don't, because Urban knows he's got to win, and he doesn't want to deal with all that stuff just to say, hey, Tim, you're my buddy. Come on over and play with on our team. I mean, come on. This isn't pickup football, folks.
Like, I don't know, man. I just get the sense, like, if Jimbo Fisher was the coach of the New York Giants, and they said, hey, Kelvin Benjamin, all right, you're a wide receiver before. You've been out of the league for a while now, because let's be honest, the last couple of years didn't look good. But we're going to bring it back as a tight end. I don't think people are going to be like, whoa, hang on. Hold on now. There's other tight ends out there.
That's a good point.
Let's relax now. There's other tight ends. Hey, there's this guy from D3. No one's giving it a shot. No. It's like, I get it. Jimbo Fisher knows Kelvin Benjamin. Going to give him a shot. Okay? You can say it was
it's a great analogy.
You can say, and once again, it's still different because Riley Cooper got in some trouble. But if Riley Cooper didn't get in trouble, and Riley Cooper was a big dude, like 6'3", probably 230. If Riley Cooper put on some weight and he wanted to be a tight end, he said, hey, Urban, give me a shot. If Urban Meyer gave him a shot, yeah, there might be like, oh, you know, he's paying favorites. It's who you know. But we don't see this outrage of saying, oh, well, how does Riley Cooper get a shot and nobody else does?
Yeah.
No, it's because he knows Urban Meyer. But once again, it's Tim Tebow. It's polarizing. So we got to, we have to call it the entire process of how you sign a guy now in the NFL.
Yeah, I think you could do this for days. I mean, I think, listen, you could make the case that are there better receivers right now than what, I don't know, even a guy like Antonio Brown's putting up with all his problems.
No,
you know? I mean, he's still going to get, you know why? Tom Brady says, I want him.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Management might not even want him.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just the way. Yeah, I think you're great analogy. Matt Rule might have already done this, by the way. And we don't even know it.
We don't even know it.
Like, Matt Rule might have done this with somebody from Temple or Baylor. We don't even know it.
Yeah. Well, hey, Terrence Knighton got a job. You know, he's a defensive line coach in Carolina because he knows Matt Rule. Is there a better defensive line coach out there? I don't know, but I guess Matt Rule's playing favorites.
Yeah.
What's up with the system, the NFL? I mean, by the way, congratulations to Pot Roast. That's awesome for him. I mean, I'm super happy for him, obviously. Yeah. So that's great.
And because you get an opportunity sometimes doesn't mean you're not good for the job.
I know.
Terrence Knighton might be a great coach.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be. He's going to be, actually.
Maybe he can play tight end. Like, again, we asked that last week on one show. It's like, what if he can do it?
Sure.
You know, John Fox is the guy that came out and said, listen, I thought he would be really good at this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that was 10 years ago. I understand the doubt on the actual baseline of can he make the roster or not. Like, that's a great conversation to have. But the opportunity thing is lazy to me. It's a lazy narrative. It's a self-righteous narrative. And like you said, it's not admitting that it goes on every day, not only in workplaces, but especially in the NFL. Mm-hmm. South Beach Gary on the line right now. Let's get to him. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. What's up, man?
Yeah, guys, I have a thought about Tim Tebow. But first of all, I don't think LeBron James could ever make tight end in the NFL. I'll tell you why. Because he hates contact. I think, Austin, the first time he went across the middle and some linebacker lights him up, he'd say, the heck with this. I'm worth X amount of millions of dollars. I don't need this. And he'd take that football and he'd run home.
Well, no, I mean, that was my point. Like I said, NBA athletes, they're fantastic athletes, probably some of the best in the world, but it takes a different type of mentality to play football. I agree with you.
Absolutely. And the other thing, guys, I've also heard this narrative, Brent, that, the signing of Tim Tebow, that takes the pressure off Trevor Lawrence, which I think is totally ridiculous, guys. Trevor Lawrence has had the spotlight on him since he's 13, 14 years old. Whether Tim Tebow's with the team or not, that's not going to make one iota difference of pressure on Trevor Lawrence, take away the spotlight or the pressure on Trevor Lawrence. I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
All right, South Beach Gary. Appreciate it, man.
South Beach Gary going 2 for 2.
Yeah.
I agree with him there, too.
Well, and here's what I would say to that, though. I'm going to say that with a cat. I don't think if people are saying pressure, then I agree with you, South Beach Gary. He doesn't take the pressure. He's a number 1 pick, and he can handle all that stuff, and I think that's what's been impressive.
I'd hope he can handle it, yeah.
But I think the most happy guy in the building over the next few weeks is Trevor Lawrence. It's not that he takes the pressure off him. He does take a little bit of the scrutiny or media requests and spotlight potentially off him. I don't know if he will. We might still all be asking for Trevor Lawrence, and everybody wants to hear from Trevor Lawrence, and we should be. But I'm just telling you, the national folks might really be asking for the Tebow interview or this interview, and the Jags might not give it. The Jags are going – that's one thing about this. I was going to wait to talk about this, but I'll talk about it real quick. I believe the Jags are really going to see what's coming out of Jags headquarters on this.
Sure.
And I think they will really squash this story. I think they will.
The Tebow story you're referring to.
Yes, I think they will do all the. See, it's a very interesting case. Okay,
yeah,
we did this yesterday.
Yeah,
and the dynamic of this is very interesting to me. Yesterday they pushed the story out. Basically, the Jags pushed it out.
Mm-hmm.
National guys were talking about it, which means the Jags kind of handed it to them and said, "Hey, full." And by the way, they handed it to us too locally. I'm just saying they kind of tried to push this narrative of, hey, full participation or almost full participation in voluntary workouts. And I said this during the show yesterday. That's a big deal inside the building. I think it is. Sure. I think outside the building, it's like, well, how many press releases go out when everybody shows up at work? Not really a lot, right? So it's like, I don't think outside that was as big a story. Now, outside the building, this Tebow thing is massive story. Inside, they're going to do all they can to make it just another story. They're going to. I'm not telling you it isn't.
Yeah.
They're going to do all they can. They're not going. There's no video coming out of practice today. There's no video of Tim Tebow coming out of practice today. They have an opportunity if they want to market the hell out of this thing.
But Brent,
they're not going to.
See, I disagree though. I disagree with how they announced the entire thing. The Jaguars got a guy in Jamison Houston that they just traded for.
Yeah.
Did you go on Twitter and see the announcement for Jamison Houston? Oh, it's a large bold font transaction.
Yeah.
You click on it. Okay, James Houston. How they announced Tim Tebow coming into town? I mean, they called him out by name, and it was, and I quote, "We have signed Tim Tebow."
Yeah.
Roster transaction, Tim Tebow. I want to thank the Jaguars and gave a big quote and everything like that. That's different.
Well, it's a shade different. I know Pro Football Focus made that a big thing too.
But I'm just saying. That's acknowledging how big it is when you do things like that.
And I think there's a balance to that. What I'm telling you is let's see how many times he talks.
Sure.
Let's see how much people push that out. I think inside they're going to squash it and not say. Meanwhile, the business side is like, hey, tell the world, man. Tell the world, right? That's what you are as a marketing engine. You want that out there. It's a great juxtaposition here. The one side of the building's probably like, push it. What number is he wearing? Sell jerseys. Here's the ticket number. The other side's like, hey, dude, he's 1 of 90. He's 1 of 90.
Hey, Jags Twitter, you should go 25,000 retweets, get you a Tim Tebow interview. Boom. Boom.
We're done.
You want anything else? Hey, you want anything else, Jaguars Twitter? You good?
Is the 85 jersey on sale yet?
I know. You think he's going to stick with 85? No, he can't. Yeah, you got to go single-digit number.
Really?
You going to go 85?
I don't know.
Do you like 80? I don't like 85. On him? No.
We'll be back. Makes him look thicker.
I know, dude. Like, you're thick enough. Get a single digit. Come on.
Back Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 with a PGA Championship update.
ESPN 690 Sports Center Update.
Happy Thursday. I'm Jake Mitchell. The MLB season is still relatively young, but defense has been on display with 6 no-hitter games already this season. The latest coming last night from Yankees hurler Corey Kluber. Here's how he felt heading into the 9th inning last night.
I wouldn't say freaking out. I mean, I definitely think that, I had to take a breath after the warm-ups and calm myself down a little bit. I probably would compare it to kind of the feeling before maybe the first playoff start. Just you got heart beating faster, some adrenaline going, things like that.
The SEC is trying to help schools recover from a season with no fans by sending each school $23 million, which should help, although the losses were closer to $45 million per school. Don't forget to check out your Jumbo Shrimp playing Norfolk tonight at 11:50 p.m. on ESPN690.com. The SportsCenter update is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Is your home not feeling very new anymore? Sick of that pink bathroom tile, popcorn ceilings, a stove older than you are? Whether it's repairs or reno, finance it smart with a Honeydew HELOC from 1-to-1 Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union, where you can borrow up to 90% of your home's appraised value. You've got good taste, but your block counters ain't cheap. So get to work and open a Honeydew HELOC with 1-to-1 Financial. When you do, we'll send you a free handyman tool set to get started. Apply online at 121fcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
Come on, one more rep. You got this. 10. There it is. Nice work, man. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I got to tell you, taking Nugenix makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix? That's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas. The Big Hurt, right?
Oh, yeah. This is a legit product. The key ingredient is Testofen, which helps boost free testosterone levels and increase lean muscle mass.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Hey, are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try for themselves?
Yeah, Nugenix is a great way to increase lean muscle and feel stronger with more energy and endurance.
Man, I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
No problem. You just got to send them a text. Text BEACH to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Nugenix samples are not available in stores, so text BEACH to 321-321 right now. Text BEACH to 321-321. Text BEACH to 321-321.
There is a taste of the islands in every drop of Vida de Luis tequila, imported directly from Tequila, Mexico to Jacksonville Beach. Vida de Luis is the only locally owned tequila in Jax Beach. Support local and try Vida de Luis. Award-winning, smooth, all natural, no aldehydes or additives, which means wake up feeling good the next morning. Find out where you can pick up a bottle of Vida de Luis, Blanco, Reposado, or Añejo. Just visit VitaDeLuis.com. Support local and taste the islands in every drop.
Here in the Sunshine State, more than 3 million men are over age 45, and over half suffer from ED or PE. Here's a message from Prime Men's Medical Center.
I'm Dr. Brown. If you're having problems in the bedroom and pills like Viagra have let you down, you'll see results at Prime Men's Medical Center, guaranteed, or your exam is free. And it's affordable.
Call 904-664-8217. Guaranteed results on your first visit or your exam is free. Call 904-664-8217.
It is the home of the Action Sports Jax Dream 18, and make it your home course as well. The golf club at Southampton in North St. Johns County, located off County Road 210. It's family owned and operated. Southampton is a fun course to play, and the golf club at Southampton offers club membership programs starting at just $79. With its elite practice facilities and player-friendly golf course design, it'll be your gateway to a great time with the family or with your buddies. For information on the membership programs, call the golf club at Southampton, 904-287-PLAY. Again, it's 904-287-PLAY. We should always be looking at our finances, but 2020 made my family take an even closer look, a bit more of a deeper dive, and it might have done the same for you, even into the world of retirement. Although that's a bit down the road for me, it might be closer for you, and your plan should already be under a microscope, and you have to lean on the experts to help guide the right plan. My friend Mike Lester with Talon Wealth Management is the perfect partner. He will provide a complimentary analysis and a plan for you. Call him at 904-515-5000 or visit guardingyournestegg.com. That's 904-515-5000 or guardingyournestegg.com. Mike will give you the guidance you need as retirement gets closer. He can help you convert company plans to private plans, a move that might give you higher returns and more options. You've earned the money. Now make sure you are ready for whenever retirement will be. Call Mike Lester at Talon Wealth Management, 904-515-5000. That's 904-515-5000. Or visit guardingyournestegg.com.
I'm Dr. Andrea Russo, a cardiologist. Maybe you're waiting to talk to your doctor right now. But if you're having an irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, don't wait. This could be a serious condition like atrial fibrillation, which can make you about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you're having these symptoms, don't wait. Talk to a doctor by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
CGC Water has been telling you if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Still not a believer? Well, you can believe me. My family has been a happy CGC Water customer for 4 years now. Customer service is tremendous. We got our water tested. We were told about our options and financing in detail. No pressure, just information. Installation was quick, and the CGC team was there every step of the way. And we absolutely love it because it works. Heck, I even think my coffee tastes better because of it. And I love my coffee. A Connecticut system from CGC Water removes up to 99% of contaminants. That's clean. Schedule your free water test today and ask how you can save up to $500. CGC is still taking extra precautions with in-home visits and continuing to follow CDC guidelines. Financing available with approved credit. Call 904-552-1242 for details or visit cgcwater.com. Serving Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. CGC Water Treatment, your local independent Connecticut dealer.
Hey, everybody, this is Brent Martineau from Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. Hope you catch the show Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. But if you can't catch it, or if you want to go back and listen again, check out the Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 podcast. Just search ESPN 690 in your podcast app. Sunshine and Rainbows on the way. Each and every day. Sponsored by A1A Solar. I was going a couple of different routes here. You know what I almost did? I got through my hair. I got a haircut and a car wash, like in a total of 20 minutes today. You know, sometimes you go to a haircut, you're stuck there.
At the same, it was like a haircut car wash?
No, it wasn't.
Wait,
It sounds like it, though. Sounds like we could be onto something. But I started to think, I wonder if haircut places should be more like car washes.
Yeah.
Where you roll through there in 5 minutes. Don't worry about the 45-minute haircut.
Yeah.
Just get me in and out of there in like 7 minutes. And, hey, you know what? If you screw it up, it will grow back.
Sure.
Like, I have that mentality. I don't like to, I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's fine. Like, if you cut it great, nice, thanks. If you don't, whatever. It will grow back in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Now, I understand you can't always have that mentality, but I'm not going to prom here. I'm on TV. It's fine.
For sure.
But anyway, that was going to be my sunshine and rainbows. And then I also thought about, like, you know how we were talking where to, like, cook the Uncrustable? Haven't done it yet.
Oh, the air fryer.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you didn't respond to. I sent you that.
I know. I didn't respond. I didn't really even look at it. I was not in a place to look at it and didn't look at it. I never know what's going to pop up when a TikTok thing comes through my
you can't trust.
Well,
you can't trust.
You got to be in the right place.
You're welcome to kind of ease the worry about that.
I know. So I'm gonna take a look at that,
Well,
and I'm
put
doing
cinnamon
that.
on it, too.
But I've been really trying to avoid the sugar lately, so that's why I kind of stayed away from it. So
come on, Brent.
But I might have to cheat just for the Uncrustable in the air fryer.
Yeah, let's go. You can cheat.
Hey,
burn it off.
No respect or a little respect for steak in the air fryer.
No respect.
That is a thing people do.
No, absolutely zero respect. Unless you're doing country fried steak.
Very good.
It's very good, like good job, Austin. You're right, or
No.
very good that you put it in the air fryer.
Very good.
Gross.
Don't do it.
I've been
Just
told
do
it's
it.
good.
Have you tried it?
Well, it's an oven,
I haven't
right? Well,
yet.
see, like
I'm telling you,
I'm
12
still
minutes,
confused of what an air
medium
fryer
rare,
really does.
And excellent.
Better than a reverse sear. And
I
be
just
honest
think,
now.
I think
unless you're cutting a
thought
commercial.
about this.
Okay.
The reverse sear is something that in the pandemic I really became a big fan of.
You mastered it.
Right?
Mm-hmm. You mastered it.
And so I think because of the work that goes into it and the time, it almost makes it taste better.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason I love anything from the air fryer is it's done in minutes.
But I'm telling you, we did it last week. We've now done it twice with the steak.
Okay.
I did it with a ribeye that were on sale.
Oh, Brent.
And I think it was ribeye. No, it wasn't a ribeye.
It's a good cut of meat to go in a fryer.
No, that's too much. It was kind of a good cut of meat, but it was like $5 off a pound.
New York strip?
New York strip.
I got you, man.
So it was New York strip.
Yeah.
And then I got some from Costco. Mm-hmm. We buy usually that big thing of steaks.
Oh,
put in the,
Whole cow they're giving away over there at Costco.
And so
cut the check.
Did that. Steph did it last night. What do you say? Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Really?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
We're giving the steak in the air fryer chef's kiss.
I'm telling you. I know you guys are not. I feel the lack of respect out there for it.
Yeah,
like I feel
it just sounds like you're cheapening it.
I
right?
understand.
Like it sounds like you're cheapening it when you go through the same process of putting pizza rolls in there as you do with putting a steak in there.
You're
right?
right.
So you see where I'm coming from.
Okay. I put a brat in there today. Okay.
Exactly.
So
man.
I get it.
Different cuts of meat, right?
I get it.
So you see where I'm coming from.
And
Just
so
saying.
I appreciate the time and the elegance and everything else of cooking the steak.
Yes.
In the reverse sear.
Yeah.
Or on the grill.
It's an art form.
But why waste your time?
But
well,
I'm telling you, folks, just try it and thank me later.
Okay.
That's your sunshine and rainbow.
I have to buy one. I'm going to buy one. I'll buy one eventually.
You don't have an air fryer yet?
No.
Maybe I'll get one for your office. Just think, you go do lunch every day in the cafeteria, in the whatever, with the microwave there.
Yeah.
We just throw it in the air fryer instead.
It's like a giant oven, right? I'm so confused with
nothing
air fryer.
giant about it.
Okay, it's like
Pretty small.
It's like a small
small
oven.
one.
So it's an oven basically, right?
No, it's an air fryer.
But what is it?
I don't think I would call it an oven.
Well, okay, Mr. Science, what is the difference between an air fryer and an oven?
I have no idea.
So basically, you guys got easy bake ovens. Congratulations.
No,
you guys have adult easy bake ovens. And we're bragging about it every single day on this show.
The oven just has hot air in it, where the air fryer is actually pushing hot air through in a smaller area to cook it faster.
Sunshine and Rainbow sponsored by A1A Solar. You'll thank me about the steak. You'll thank me for giving you this tip as well. Need a good paying job with a flexible work schedule and benefits? A1A Solar is looking for you. $70,000 is a reasonable first-year expectation salary. Go visit A1ASolar.com. An awesome company to work for. A1A Solar. Go apply now. Visit A1ASolar.com. We'll be right back. Football at 5 on the way.
311's coming to Daly's Place September 22nd on the Live from the Ride Tour. Tickets go on sale May 21st at 10 a.m., but you have a chance to win tickets before you can buy them all week long on Action Sports Jacks. Listen to ESPN 690 at 311 for your chance to win.
I'm a call it like I see it guy. Sometimes that twists the competition's panties in a bunch. Sometimes it causes pearl clutching. But it always lets you listeners know the truth. Last January, I told you winter was slow and you could get a deal on upgraded systems, because it's true. And here's the truth about summer. Most AC breakdowns happen from stress testing during that first string of scorching hot days in summer, causing every reputable AC company to be booked out at least 2 or more days. Any company not booked solid in summer isn't a company you want in your home. But who wants to sweat it out 2, 3, or more nights waiting for a new AC? At Griffin Service, we've solved the logistics to fix that problem, because we fix what others can't. We call it our Sign Today, Sleep Cool Tonight program. So if you forgot the tune-up in spring and things go to turd buckets in summer, don't sweat it out waiting. Call Griffin for our Sign Today, Sleep Cool Tonight guarantee, exclusively at
GriffinService.com.
CMC 1250697.
Boss, you're not going to believe what I found on the internet.
What, the moon is hollow?
No, not that. This. I just did a search and found yard signs for alarm systems for sale.
What? Just the sign? Just like without the security system?
Yeah. Look, you can get a big blue alarm sign for about $25. Ooh, delivered tomorrow.
They must not give a flip about their reputation.
Or their real customers.
Right. I bet you can't find a SafeTouch security sign on that thing.
Boss, SafeTouch wouldn't be involved in something like this.
Nope. When you see a SafeTouch sign, you know it's the real McCoy.
Right. The two-way communicator, the guaranteed response time.
Which is exactly why we always stick to the Crooks R Us golden rule. Stay away from SafeTouch houses. Now, let's go find us some fake signs.
Crooks know to stay away from SafeTouch houses. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson, president of SafeTouch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our price.
Call SafeTouch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
It's time for some straight talk. Sure, saving money feels good, but cutting your wireless bill in half? That feels really good. Like walk-off home run in the 9th inning kind of good. Okay, maybe not that good, but pretty darn good. With Straight Talk, you can get 25 gigs of high-speed data for $45 a month, up to 50% less than the other guys. Plus, no contract. All on America's best networks. Why pay a whole lot when you could pay half? Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. Goodyear knows the importance of keeping momentum as you head down the stretch. Momentum starts with movement. It's pulled from the air like a contested rebound. Momentum builds with steals and fast breaks, and is proven by deep threes as the shot clock expires. Momentum is how we change the game, and now it's time to discover where it can take us. Goodyear, more driven.
9 players are within 2 shots of the lead, which is 3 under right now. 6 players at that number, including Brooks Koepka and Keegan Bradley. First-round coverage continues on ESPN and ESPN+. There has not been a no-hitter yet today, but there's still plenty of time. After no-nos on Tuesday and Wednesday, and with 6 already this season, are they becoming less special? ESPN's Jeff Passan.
The fact that it's happening more frequently now, I think that part speaks to a problem within the sport. But I think the no-hitters themselves, individually taken one by one, they have still all been awesome.
Jeff Passan on Key J and Z. Twins reliever Tyler Duffy gets a 3-game suspension for intentionally throwing a pitch behind your mean Mercedes of the White Sox Tuesday night. Minnesota manager Rocco Baldelli gets an automatic 1-game suspension. Pacers and Wizards in Washington tonight for the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. Coverage on ESPN Radio starting at 7:30 Eastern Time.
The next generation of paint protection is here. New 303 graphene nanospray coating will provide up to 12 months of professional level protection, insane water beating, and jaw-dropping shine with one simple application. Visit 303radio.com for more information.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station. Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. This is Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 with Brent Martineau and Austin Lane.
We made a great shot, obviously, at the end. And, we've played against him so many times over the years. We know how good LeBron is. We know what he's capable of. So he came through for them. I've just loved our guys' effort the whole game. Draymond was amazing tonight guarding Davis, and I thought Wiggs did a great job on LeBron. Our guys really just battled and competed, and couldn't be more proud of the team for what they've become over the last couple of months. But this is a bitter pill to swallow. This was our game, and we couldn't get it done.
That is Steve Kerr, Golden State Warriors. We'll talk football at 5 coming up, but I haven't mentioned this. We've been talking a lot of Tebow and, air fryer steak. I mean, come on. We're just trying to help you out, people. Just trying to help you out. Went peanut butter and jelly earlier in the week. Mm-hmm. Air fryer steak. Food topic every day on the show.
Food topics, man. I like it.
Food topic does it kind of gets you going, doesn't
Sports meets food. Could be a new genre. I'm sure that's already out there. It's got to be. I'm sure someone's killing that game.
I don't know, but if not, we get Fitz, Jason Fitz.
Ooh. Jesse Palmer.
Palmer.
Now we have the face. We have the topic. We have Jason Fitz.
Write it down.
Do we write it down, or do we just walk off this show right now and do it like tomorrow?
Yeah.
Not saying I'm going to walk off, but I kind of mean that's $1 million idea.
That's a pretty good
Can you
idea.
imagine endorsements? So you want air fryer? We'll get your air fryer tomorrow if you want.
Yeah, that's right. You're not just getting the Revolution toaster, but whatever they make in the air fryer
and
world.
By the way, real quick, I was looking at the most expensive toasters. Care to take a guess? Do you think the Revolution toaster is the most expensive one on the market right now?
The way you're phrasing that is no, because there's some Kardashian $1,400 toaster.
Well, $1,100, but on sale for $800.
That's pretty good deal.
Yeah, and it's at Williams and Sonoma. I'm sorry. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not that classy.
Sure.
Is that what it is? Williams and Sonoma?
Sounds good.
Yeah. And it's a Dolce & Gabbana toaster. Now, doesn't do anything. Like, it looks like retro, right?
It looks like you're going to eat at a diner.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got some cool artwork on it from Dolce & Gabbana.
It'd be a cool logo to have like that.
Did I ever tell you?
Yeah, no, that's not bad. I mean, it's cool. It's not $850 worth, but it's cool.
Did I ever tell you the story as to why I didn't have a toaster until Brent got me one?
We don't have a toaster either.
Yeah, well, but I did have one, and then I broke it. So I saw one of those life hack videos saying that you can make grilled cheese if you put your toaster on the side and put the grilled cheese sitting in. And the problem I did was the cheese was hanging off the edge of the bread, and it heated it up, and then the cheese fell onto the heating area of the toaster, and it started a fire.
Couldn't give the frying pan a try, huh?
Well, I saw it was a hack. I was like, I got to try this. Oh yeah,
you hacked yourself, all right.
You know how you read those stories of the kid hit the button and bought 500 Amazon things on Amazon?
Yeah,
that's Coos. Except he's 30.
But it wasn't by accident. He knew he was doing that.
I knew exactly what I was doing.
Coos is the kid that's watching YouTube videos so much that he tries all these experiments and has no idea what the outcome might be. Doesn't think that far down the road.
The next one I want to do, which I pitched to the higher-ups here. They told me I can't do it at work, was making the adult Capri Suns. Have you seen those from Aldi?
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah,
I haven't heard about these.
That's right. So you grab one of those frozen fruit bags, the big ones, and then you just fill it with liquor.
Yeah.
And then it's an adult Capri Sun.
But like a giant one.
Yeah, and you stick a straw in it.
Yeah.
And then you drink it.
How you going to hold that thing all day? Or are you just going to put it down? Okay.
Yeah, it's frozen. It
By
keeps
the way,
it cold.
Putting the straw in a Capri Sun is an underrated skill.
Well,
you're not wrong.
It's not easy.
Because sometimes you'd go through the whole thing and it's leaking everywhere. Grandma's all upset.
I feel like we talked about the Guinness World Record for drinking a Capri Sun was 16.6 seconds.
That's it?
Whoa.
No, you can do that faster.
No. From straw, still stuck on the back, so you have to take the straw off, put it in, and drink the whole thing through the straw.
I want that record.
You want to try that tomorrow?
I want that record right now.
Can we call it Guinness to verify?
16 seconds from the straw you got to hit it in there, and then you got to drink it.
Through the straw, though?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. Then yes. From what I saw, it may have been broken already, but there was a few months ago that came out.
Brent, I feel like people are...
I think we could try that at the very least.
I think, yeah.
The chicken sandwich thing we tried, the Capri Sun thing might be worth it.
Okay.
Maybe we make it go viral.
You keep talking about
it was a while ago?
Yep.
It was during the pandemic it came out. It really wasn't that long ago.
You keep talking about the NBA since Zion Williams is out of the playoffs. It doesn't really matter. And I'm going to look up Capri Sun Guinness World Record. Yeah, 15.71 seconds.
So it's 15 now.
Yeah,
it was 16.
It's beatable.
Mm-hmm.
How good was the game last night?
It was awesome.
In your estimation? Did it live up?
It was awesome.
I fell asleep, but
I'm going to be honest. And I don't fall asleep much, but I'll be honest.
So I fell asleep as well. And then
it's a late night.
I woke up and there was it's the last minute. And I'm like, I couldn't have woken up at a better time. This is great. And then when LeBron hit that shot, I yelled and woke up my wife and got in trouble.
You'll be divorced sooner or later if you keep doing that. Listen, we talked about it yesterday. It had the hype. It has all the stuff. I mean, it is a big game. Biggest game of the year in the NBA. I'll say this. Right. Let me just tell you why this was such a big game. And people who say, I don't watch NBA. Listen, if you like sports, you know when some big things are happening. I say this about the MMA. I don't watch MMA every night, every weekend. But when there's a big one coming up, I say, man, I'm thinking about, I got to buy that, or I got to find a way to watch this, or I got to see this, or I'm locked into Twitter because they're going to show me every 20 seconds anyway what's going on. Sure. So even that's not appointment TV every weekend for me like you, but I want to be a part of it, right? We want to be a part of it. I don't watch the NBA night in, night out. Now, it's on sometimes, either in the office or at home. Ty watches it more than me, quite frankly. Mm-hmm. But I made sure I had that on at 10 o'clock. And by the way, in the middle of flipping back and forth because there's a no-hitter going on, again, what else is new? That's about as frequent as a three-point basket being made these days.
That's insane, by the way.
And so I'm watching the game, and it was a miserable first half. Mm-hmm. It was bad. I mean, Steph Curry in the first even 15 minutes had 5 points.
But he finished on a good note,
Well, but he hit 3 or 4 that were this guy is ridiculous. He really is ridiculous.
Yes.
And so it had that. I'll tell you what else. Again, I don't watch the Lakers very much. Mm-hmm. And I know Schroeder is supposed to be like this. He was disgustingly bad in the first half.
Yes.
I said, Brent, you haven't earned the right to tweet about the NBA, but I wanted to tweet how bad he was.
Why'd you? I mean, you tweet about everything else.
I know, but I was like, I don't watch this guy day in,
don't you?
Yeah, but come on. If it's LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Schroeder, then what is this guy doing on the court? And then he started to play a little bit better. Obviously, LeBron and Anthony Davis didn't play well. Well, in the first half.
Alex
then the
Caruso
third quarter,
making a
Caruso
statement.
was the best player on the floor for the Lakers.
Well, that's because you can notice him wherever.
But he was.
No disrespect to him, but
He was 5 for
you
5.
stick out like a sore thumb.
I was almost at TJ McConnell.
Of course, he's got TJ
Caruso
McConnell on the
is
brain.
like the TJ McConnell of the Lakers because he's a great story of how he got there.
Well, he was the best player on the floor yesterday in the first half for the Lakers.
In general, defense-wise, he really helped.
It's intensity.
I say lock Steph Curry down. He still had a ton of points, but Steph Curry had 6 turnovers, which then led to points for the Lakers,
And then it held it together for then Anthony Davis to catch John. I think he was like 3 for his first 15. I think he finished 7 for his last 10.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, LeBron hits the big shot at the end. LeBron started playing better anyway. Something that we have totally taken for granted and overlooked, and maybe more people appreciate if you watch the NBA day in, day out, watch the Lakers day in, day out. We talk about like Aaron Rodgers or a Tom Brady accurate pass.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about LeBron James with the accuracy that and the simplicity that he makes that every pass. It puts it in the almost perfect spot every time. To lead Caruso to the rim or just out of the hand of the defense. I thought his passing yesterday was brilliant, facilitating when they did score, even in the first half.
So Richard Deitch, who is, who that is?
He'll like be a media sports column guy sometimes,
sure.
right?
So the ratings came out last night.
How was it?
Care to take a guess?
I
mean, it's not like it's just how many people it says watched last night, tuned in last night.
I'll be bad at this game.
17
million? No, not that
total.
much. I'd say
17 people.
I'd say 4 million.
5.6 million.
Okay.
I think that's good.
And I think that's good. I don't know.
Yeah,
Everybody
okay.
talks about how bad the ratings are for the NBA.
5.6 million people
are down.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a lot. And I'm just telling you that was a long way of telling you that I locked into the game.
Sure.
And I don't do that.
Yep.
All right. I just don't do that for the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we're flipping back and forth a little bit because the Bruins game was in overtime, playoff hockey, overtime, can't get any better.
Yes.
So, and no hitter by the Yankees. I mean, geez, for these Yankees. But still, I was watching another no hitter. And I watched through 3 quarters, and then I was like, I'll catch the rest of them.
Getting pretty late.
Yeah. And that's not late for me either, but for some reason I was like fading. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just pick this thing up in the morning.
That was the same situation for me. I'm waiting to do the ESPN update for the morning, right? So I'm waiting for the Jumbo Shrimp game to be over. I got a full stomach from going out to dinner. I had cake.
Birthday dinner, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm like sitting there like trying to watch the game, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm nodding off. I can't
you're an
fight
early
it.
riser too. You guys don't usually stay up that late. That time of night was nothing for me, but it turned out that it was something for me last night.
Well, I will, because I was very curious how the game played out. So I watched the fourth quarter in bed, waking up this morning because I had a little free time on me. It was a good ending. If we're being honest, and we're being honest here, right? Like it was the exclamation point for LeBron James, right? Like you won the game, all this stuff.
Of course.
Okay. The whole eye thing, though, a little turned off by the eye thing.
Are you?
Now it was swollen.
Did it have a little bit of Michael Jordan fever to it, or
don't. Nah, but I think Michael Jordan was actually sick though, Brent.
Yeah. Was he really that sick?
Yeah,
though?
But
I don't know if I fully believe he's that sick. Was he really seeing triple and hit the middle rim? And maybe LeBron should start employing that as a tactic.
I mean, Larry Bird wished he had a flu game. Like he wished put up those kind of numbers, Larry.
That was coming.
Yeah, well, of course, because you're going to attack Michael Jordan. I'm going to give it to you right
saw
back.
Larry Bird on a bunch of those graphics. By the way, did you?
There was a few NBA players like CJ McCollum for the Portland Trailblazers posted get this guy an award or something like that, like joking about LeBron.
It was swollen. Okay, so it
got poked in the eye.
Yeah, poked in the eye.
That hurts.
And it looked like you did. I understand that. But the post-game interview, when you say that you saw 3 baskets,
I saw that,
and you shot for the middle one,
that's a little much.
And it was hard to see out there. And come on, man!
Much.
But see, to me, you killed the moment. Like, dude, it was you got poked in the eye, your eyes swollen. Okay, fantastic. Boom, you hit the game-winning shot. Boom, okay, good to go. And then all of a sudden, you have a chance to say, hey, we played hard, we fought till the end, it is what it is. Don't doubt us. Perfect. Chef's kiss. Mwah. But you had to go above and beyond and add to the legend and say that you saw 3 baskets. Yeah. See, I got an issue with that.
Yeah, I don't love that.
Because I don't think Jordan's going to. Is Jordan going to do that? Is Larry Bird going to do that?
No, Larry's
Is TJ
not.
McConnell going to do that?
T.J.
I
McConnell's
think
lucky
these
to get
guys
the
do
last
have the
5
flair.
minutes
I
of a
think they
game.
know the storylines. I think they have the flair for the dramatic, and sometimes they go over the top. I mean, and LeBron's done that before with the decision, and he might have done it with the blurry eyes this time. But either way, it was a really good game. And so it lived up to some of the drama. I will say this, though. I think the more disappointing part is like I woke up as like, hey, LeBron hit the game winner. And so I go back and I'm watching it. It's like, there was 55 seconds left after he hit the game winner. Like, you couldn't score again in the NBA? Like, nobody scored for 55 seconds to finish the game?
Well, and to that,
what would the bet have been on that? That nobody's going to score? What plus what in Vegas that nobody would score?
Not a number big enough.
Like,
there was someone sitting
LeBron
there.
haters are loving this moment. Yeah, the guy, if there were 3 seconds to go on the clock, no way he hits it. But he can hit a game winner with 55 seconds to go.
Clutch game winner, 55 seconds, I know.
Oh, that speaks a little bit to the defense of the Lakers. They were able to lock it down a little bit.
They are a very good defensive team.
But to that, there was someone sitting there with the over, and it's right on the line, and they're watching it.
Oh, was it right on the line?
I don't know, but probably.
But anyway,
I'm sure it was.
Hey, it was a good game.
Yeah.
I think it was a fun battle. I mean, you got highlights from both guys.
Correct.
You got a little disappointment early going, but I think you got kind of what you want in a game like that, and you get a thrilling finish. So
and that's what I get.
And you have
too.
an eye blur to go along with it.
Yeah, for sure. Because after that first half, though, I'm like, oh, okay. I remember we were talking about how you taking Steph Curry, LeBron James.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, hey,
I was thinking the same thing.
And I'm not gonna lie. I
was thinking the same.
And I'm not gonna lie. I might have that audio saved for the next morning. And I was gonna play it, and I was gonna have a smart alecky kind of comment, with all the only comments I could have.
I was ready to come in here and eat crow and be like, all right, I'll go with Steph.
And then I see the triple-double stat line. I'm like, hold it. And then I see the game winner. I go, hold it. And then I see the whole eye thing. I'm like, okay, wait a second. I'm like, okay, he's still LeBron James.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like in our world, in sports world, when you can hype up a game. Even if you're not the biggest fan of either team, sport, whatever, you still want to be a part of it, tune in for it. And then if you do miss it, in that sense, because it goes late, the first thing I did after helping the Tebow story out was look up, like, okay, everything else. Like, go back and watch it, see it. And it was like the first thing on my mind.
Sure.
So, like, the last thing I went to bed, I was thinking Steph, LeBron.
Yeah.
Steph was open. I was thinking Steph, like my wife, not
sure,
Steph Curry.
Sure. But sorry.
Sorry.
Well, only one of them is a Hall of Famer. maybe
as
in
of
Dayton.
now.
I don't know. Maybe in Dayton he's a Hall. I'm sure. Or Davidson. I'm sorry. Yeah, Davidson.
I don't know. Maybe he hasn't made it yet.
You got to earn that, huh?
But then the first thing I was thinking of when I woke up after I heard that Tebow news broke was, hey, I got to go watch this thing and check it out and how it finished. So that's what's cool about sports sometimes, and I think it kind of lived up to it with the drama and all the rest. We'll see what it means. In the grand scheme of things, I don't know how much it means because it was a play-in game, and they now have to go. We'll see if the Warriors can even make it. We have Rick on the line, you said, Coos? Rick Rowell's on the line right now, Florida Sportsman Fishing Report. Are we going to get back out on the water sometime or what, Rick?
Man, it's that one-day northeaster that they called for 2 weeks ago. It just never stops. Hey, Brent, I want a number. What are the odds that Tim Tebow ever takes a snap in a regular season NFL game?
I would put those odds, and just full disclosure, I don't think he's going to make the roster. So I would say, a snap in a Jags uniform would be at this point 25-1.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's about right. But I'm proud of him for trying. I sure wish this wind would back off. I just got off the phone with Captain David Voorhees, and he said it is just a triumvirate of evil conditions that have made his fishing very poor this week. First off, he doesn't like the moon phase, and I don't either. When we have a building moon, a new moon, we've got gentle tides. The current doesn't run very fast, and the fish don't hunt very hard. So that's going on right now. And just this horrible northeast wind that has now shifted around to the east, but is still blowing, and that has dropped our water temperatures if things weren't bad enough. We should be up in the 78 to 80 range now, and we just climbed up from 69 up to 72. So our water's cold, it's rough, and fishing's tough. Now, he fished the last couple of days. He caught some trout, said the trout were pretty fair. Redfish have had absolute lockjaw and just haven't been going. But the good news is next week looks like just the exact opposite of this week. We're going to be building up on a full moon, which is perfect. We're going to have light winds all week. The water will warm up, and better days are much closer ahead than what they have been. I'll tell you what, you can count on us being back tomorrow to check on it, though, with another fishing report brought to you by Workman's Quick Fix Plumbing.
Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, boys.
That's Rick Rouse, Florida Sportsman Fishing Report, and each and every day on Action Sports Shacks on ESPN 690. Also, check out the show on Saturday morning, 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. right here on ESPN 690. 25-1 odds. You kind of your.
I would, yeah. I mean, I was gonna
say
like,
that's too high, low.
Well, no, like I had like plus 450 in my mind.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Or whatever that. I mean,
I actually worked better that way too.
Yeah.
Don't have to do the math as much. Plus 450 though would be, what is that?
It's like 4 to 1,
4.5 to 1. That's so that actually Vegas will probably put it on like that. They're gonna play the emotional card.
Of course.
Again, I don't know. I think this falls where you make.
True.
Like, I think that's easy money for me because I don't think he's making the roster.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
But I wonder seriously where it would fall. In fact, there's probably already odds out of that. So
there's this happened a couple hours ago, and I did not see this. So apparently there was a race that happened between Mecole Hardman, Henry Ruggs, Devin White, and Justin Jefferson to see who the fastest guy was. You hear about this? So this is coming from Dov Kleiman. You know Dov Kleiman? I'm sure you've seen his stuff. He's an NFL
I think
athlete,
sometimes debatable, I think we've said about
Okay, well, this he's quoting from Bleacher Report Gridiron, so it seems to be pretty legit here. Mecole Hardman, 178 pounds, Ruggs, 188 pounds, Devin White, 237 pounds, and Justin Jefferson weighed in at 202 pounds. Out of Hardman, Ruggs, White, and Jefferson, care to guess who ran the fastest 40? And then, keep on, this was a race, by the way.
Hardman, White, Ruggs, and Jefferson. Well, you're sounding surprised.
I'm sorry. This wasn't a race. It was they each took their turn and then ran it.
Okay, so it wasn't a head-to-head.
Wasn't head-to-head. But they wanted to see who the fastest guy is.
I mean, because you're asking it this way, it's going to be White or Jefferson.
No.
But I think it's White.
It's actually Mecole Hardman.
Oh, okay.
What I'm surprised about, though, is Jefferson ran a 4.5.
Yeah, I don't think he came. That's why I think he dropped, right? I mean, I think that's why he was in the 20s, because he's not known as a Blazer.
So Mecole Hardman ran a 4.22.
Wow.
Ridiculous. Henry Ruggs ran a 4.26. And keep in mind, this is electronic time. This isn't like hand time. It's electronic time. Devin White ran a 4.37.
Wow.
And I was kind of shocked about that, too.
Yeah, I mean, he can fly. I knew he could fly, but
you play
4.37.
But you play linebacker.
That shows you the game now, though. I mean, you got to almost run that to play linebacker. We were doing that the other day with, who was it? Oh, it was Bobby Wagner, runs like 4.46. At least that was his time. But when he came out. So
that's interesting. I didn't know that was interesting. Going down.
Well, I think we would like that. I think if more players did that, we have the 40 time.
Yeah.
But I think let's just say you can do it every year. Mm-hmm. But I'd like to know, like, whoever came out with a 4.37 at the 40 at the Combine in Indy, what do they run 5 years later?
Yeah.
I think that would be
a good call.
Appealing to fans. I think we're over the top about the number of a 40 time. I think we are that way. We've had this discussion.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is we are over the top about the 40 time. So it's appealing because we're all interested in it.
Who do you think is the fastest guy in the Jaguars now? Is it Campbell? Tyson Campbell? Because he ran
it's got to be a receiver. Man.
Well, Tyson Campbell ran a 4.34 at his pro day. Now, what does that mean, though?
I think DJ Chark would say something about it.
Really?
I want to say last year it was Chark and somebody else that were talking about being the fastest.
You don't think Keelan Cole?
Oh, maybe it was Cole and Chark.
Yeah.
Cole might have been the fastest.
Yeah. You would think.
So 4.3, if he ran 4.36 or 4.34.
But once again, at his pro day,
that'd be tough to beat.
Well, and DJ Chark ran a 4.34 at the Combine, which is a little more legit.
Chark.
DJ Chark.
By the way, the guy, who's probably the fastest now?
Who's that?
Is
Agnew.
Agnew.
Oh, Agnew, that's right.
The guy that brought over from the Lions.
What did ETN run? ETN's pretty fast,
I think
too.
he's probably the fastest.
Who you got?
Tebow.
Tim Tebow. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tebow.
Yeah. How many endorsements?
I liked your tweet today.
Good.
Go get him in New York.
Yeah. I'm not holding anything back. I don't care.
New York's just laughing at us over here because they signed Tebow.
Yeah.
But I still love going back at them for the endorsements.
Yep. Well, that's all we got right now.
That's what we got.
We're
Tebow's
petty,
got
Brent.
plenty
We
of
love it.
endorsements.
Yes, there's probably more coming.
More endorsements than probably any other tight end. Even Kelsey and the like.
I saw an article saying now that Zach Wilson wants to hold off on endorsements until like a second year, like Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, really?
I bet you do, Playboy. I bet you do.
By the way, Gronk probably has more endorsements than anybody else. We'll be back.
Good call.
Action Sports Shacks on ESPN 690. Another no-hitter, and I will promise I'll give you that update on the PGA Championship, the second major of the year.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Mostly clear tonight, dropping into the 60s. It'll stay a little warmer at the beaches and partly sunny on Friday. Highs 80 to 85. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds, where you get the lowest diamond price guaranteed or your money back.
We are into that travel, baseball, and softball season now for the kids, and with that, we need a reliable car, and we need folks that are tremendous at customer service just in case we need their help. Well, the place to go is Fields Auto Group. That's what we did. My wife loves leasing her Cadillac XT6 from Fields Cadillac, part of the Fields Auto Group. It's safe. We can trust Fields Auto Group, and hey, it's luxury for less while you're on the road. Fields Cadillac Jacksonville and St. Augustine are part of the Fields Auto Group family. There's also Jaguar, Land Rover, Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche. It's luxury for less at all Fields Auto Group locations in Jacksonville. Plus, you'll also be part of their exclusive Fields Amenities program, where you get complimentary loaners, car washes, and cafes. We've tried the loaner program, gone in for routine service, and every experience with Fields Auto Group has been first class. Whatever you're driving, see Fields and step up to luxury for less. Check out their locations around Jacksonville. Just visit fieldsauto.com.
For the ones who get going when the going gets tough, and the ones who know we're tougher together. For the Pathfinders breaking new ground, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as fast access to experts and 24/7 customer support. Because we know you have people depending on you, so you can always depend on us. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
Come on, one more rep. You got this. 10. There it is. Nice work, man. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I got to tell you, taking Nugenix makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix? That's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas. The big hurt, right?
Oh, yeah. This is a legit product. The key ingredient is Testofen, which helps boost free testosterone levels and increase lean muscle mass.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Hey, are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try for themselves?
Yeah, Nugenix is a great way to increase lean muscle and feel stronger with more energy and endurance.
Man, I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
No problem. You just got to send them a text. Text BEACH to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Nugenix samples are not available in stores, so text BEACH to 321-321 right now. Text BEACH to 321-321. Text BEACH to 321-321.
CGC Water has been telling you if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Still not a believer? Well, you can believe me. My family has been a happy CGC Water customer for 4 years now. Customer service is tremendous. We got our water tested. We were told about our options and financing in detail. No pressure, just information. Installation was quick, and the CGC team was there every step of the way. And we absolutely love it because it works. Heck, I even think my coffee tastes better because of it. And I love my coffee. A Kinetico system from CGC Water removes up to 99% of contaminants. That's clean. Schedule your free water test today and ask how you can save up to $500. CGC is still taking extra precautions with in-home visits and continuing to follow CDC guidelines. Financing available with approved credit. Call 904-552-1242 for details or visit cgcwater.com. Serving Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. CGC Water Treatment, your local independent Kinetico dealer.
I love that sound. To me, it's a battle cry. Because when you have a plumbing emergency, what you don't want is some chuck-in-the-truck plumber treating it as just another day on the job, scheduling you for whenever suits him.
Well, let me check on that. Hey, Bobby, when are we getting back from fishing tomorrow? Yeah, about tomorrow afternoon.
And then doing turd bucket work whenever he finally shows up, if he shows up. Well, flap that, Jack. If you've got a clogged drain, a burst pipe, or a broken water heater, you want same-day service from someone who will go to war on your problem. That's what Griffith's Service does. We offer same-day service for plumbing emergencies, burst pipes, clogged drains, and water heaters. And we'll not only go to battle against your plumbing emergency, we're also waging war against mediocrity in home services. We won't just fix your problem, we'll fix it right. So for same-day service for your plumbing emergency, call
GriffinService.com.
1430-261.
Men, do you feel embarrassed in the bedroom because of ED or PE? Prime Men's Medical Center has the solution.
I'm Dr. Brown. 98% of patients experience a positive result from the treatment in just 10 minutes after just one office visit. Men are lasting 30, 60, 90 minutes or longer, and it's affordable.
Call Prime Men's Medical Center at 904-664-8217. See results on your first visit guaranteed or pay nothing. Call 904-664-8217.
Hey everybody, this is Brent Martineau. If you're usually listening to ESPN 690 in your car, we appreciate it. But your boss says you're working from home this week, so take us with you. Your smart speaker brings ESPN 690 into your home office. Tell your Amazon Echo or Google Home to play ESPN 690.
Brent Martineau.
I'm not the guy that likes to, be over dramatic.
Austin Lane.
Well, you're almost in tears yesterday.
I was.
So.
Well, that was a little different.
Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690.
When I see the act of a pitcher carving through a lineup top to bottom, that will not lose its specialness for me, no matter how frequently it happens, because I find pitching to be the most fascinating thing in sports, where you are standing up there by yourself, and one by one, meticulously, you need to work through that lineup. The stress, the strain,
sure.
The execution, everything it takes is really hard. But admittedly, hitters are helping right now. And hitters are helping because of a consequence that's been a decade plus in the making. This all goes back, guys, to pitchers really figuring out how to, I'm not going to say perfect themselves, but pitchers figuring out how to evolve faster than hitters.
Is that Jeff Passan?
Yeah.
From ESPN, talking about the latest no-hitter. Back-to-back nights of no-hitters. It's incredible.
But it's kind of taking the prestige off it, isn't it?
Well, I kind of agree with Passan there. I don't know. I say that kind of in, all right, what are we doing here? And I think that's a big uproar right now in Major League Baseball about, what are we doing here? Why are there so many? Why is nobody hitting?
Yeah.
Why is the batting average so far? It's so funny. Now we can't. And I don't know if that's still old school guy doesn't like baseball. Is that ball in play, which is a big part of this, where there's just no entertainment value because you're not seeing guys make great plays.
Yeah.
Because it's either strikeout, home run, or a walk, and that's it. So I don't know where it's coming from at this level. But if you watch it, I read ESPN and some of the articles in the last couple of weeks, they've been putting out article after article. What's wrong with baseball? How do you fix baseball? What's wrong with baseball? And the strikeout article, I think, now I can't remember who did it a couple of days ago. Maybe it was Passan. That it was really good. It was entertaining read about the strikeout. The way I grew up in baseball, you don't want to strike out. I mean, Tony Gwynn, Wade Boggs, those guys didn't strike out.
Yeah.
You want to put the ball in play. There's an element of that I still think does exist. And I, like everything else, I don't know why we had to go all the way to one side or the other. I don't know why we have to go from, okay, don't put the ball in play anymore, let's just hit home runs. Don't strike out or strike out as much as you want as long as you hit a couple home runs. Why did we have to go that far over? And that's what the sport has done. The sport it's completely flipped itself on the head because of analytics to say, okay, every guy in the lineup now has to be able to hit it 420 feet, and the base hit doesn't matter anymore, and a single doesn't matter anymore. Therefore, the bunt doesn't matter anymore. Therefore, small ball doesn't matter anymore. Therefore, situational hitting doesn't matter anymore. How did we get here? We went way over the top. And now we're trying to reel it back in from an entertainment point of view. And also, by the way, I still think the teams that are good, the teams that win big at the end of the year, know how to do those small things. Knows what it takes to take an extra base, has good baseball IQ, knows how to get a runner in from third base with less than 2 outs. And I believe that I've said this the Yankees, I believe the reason they haven't won is because they don't know how to do some of those things. Now, it's starting pitching as well and things. But the reason why the Yankees haven't won for the last decade is I think they've gone so far on the other side with these big boppers that scare the hell out of you, by the way, in the lineup. But when it comes down to the nuts and bolts of it in late October, and you need a guy to come in and just deliver a ball in play or hit it to the right side, I don't think they do it as well as the Red Sox did in 2018. The Dodgers have done the last couple of years. I think that's a big part of it. Hard to measure it, but I believe watching it, that's a big part of it. So I don't think we'll ever get tired of the no-hitter. I joked yesterday, we're going to get to a point where nobody even comes out of the dugouts and celebrates a no-hitter anymore. Yeah. Is it like a home run where people just wait till the guy comes back in? The no-hitter is a special thing, and it should still be a special thing. Corey Kluber, the latest to do it, and has hardly pitched in the last couple of years and was able to do it. He had great stuff last night. I watched the latter part of that game. He was electric.
To me, it's just wild, though, that you go from, the monumental season that was last year with the amount of home runs that were hit and the number of runs that were scored, and now we're talking about the monumental shift of, hey, there's going to be maybe 18 or 19 no-hitters if this pace keeps up. Like, it's just crazy to go from one extreme to another in one season.
Yeah.
That's the wild thing about this.
It is. And I don't know if there's just a simple answer. Again, if you read the article about strikeouts especially, there's 5 or 6 different reasons. And they make sense. Mm-hmm. The pitchers are really good. The stuff is nasty. If you ask me, I could hit I am convinced, okay? Yeah. Put me in the big leagues.
Okay.
All right? This is going to sound crazy. I get it.
Yep.
Put me in the big leagues.
Let's go ahead and record this just in case it happens. Mm-hmm.
Especially, you put me in the big leagues like 20 years ago. But I doubt I could do this now. But if you put me in the big leagues as a average Division II player who walked on and was just okay, if you threw me, if I got to sit around there for a week and just hit fastballs, even at 97 miles an hour, 98 miles an hour, I think I'd be able to hit it. I'm not telling you I'd drive it out of the ballpark. I'm not telling you I'd hit 300. Point being, baseball players can hit fastballs.
Okay.
The problem, if you read that article, is 40% of the pitches they see now are fastballs.
Sure.
It used to be a pitch that everybody lived off and worked off, and occasionally you threw the curveball, occasionally you threw a slider, occasionally you threw a whatever pitch. Now you're seeing only 40%. And by the way, when you do see them, it's 102 miles an hour.
Of course, yeah, because your body's not adapted to it.
So when you're seeing off speed, and then boom, fastball, that's a big difference. So I think hitting is as hard as it's ever been. I think the pitchers are as good by the mass of pitchers as they've ever been. I think that's contributing. But I do think we have now trained our young athletes and now these pro athletes to swing for the downs, and it's okay to strike out. I think that there is an element of that. And I don't even hate the baseball as much as a lot of people others do. But people think baseball's boring right now because of the home run and strikeout ratio.
But once again, though, Brent, we go from last year where you had a record amount of home runs and all this stuff, and the baseball's juice. We got to fix that. And now you have a year where it's probably going to be the lowest, runs per team per game in MLB possibly history since like the 1900s. We're talking about here. So, it's hard to believe that it's an anomaly.
It's not an anomaly.
Okay, so then we're saying pitchers got hit to the game, and now all of a sudden it's not about fastballs anymore. It's about more splitters and curves and all this stuff.
And hitting has always been hard anyway.
Sure.
So now it's just that much harder.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the pitcher, when we talked about this after 2 no-hitters ago, I just say the pitcher, I likened it to the quarterbacks. I'm a big believer that there are more good quarterbacks on the planet than have ever lived. Some of that's tutelage, some of that's analytics, some of that's video, some of that's watching our stars play at the high level. But I think this generation of quarterbacks, there are more of them that are good. Not elite and great and all that other stuff, but good. That can play the position to an adequate level. Well, I think there are more good pitchers pitching in Major League Baseball right now as a result of the our sports and science programs, Tommy John surgery now becoming, it's okay, we'll make you better, and maybe even better than you were. I think analytics, the spin on the ball stuff that people have identified, I just think now we have this crop of pitchers that are so good. And the hitters are, damn, man, they're big and they're strong and they're good, but they're only trying to do one thing. It's a totally different approach at the plate if you try to put the ball in play and hit a double or a single than it is if you're trying to hit one out of the stadium.
Sure.
And you're more apt to swing and miss and fail if you're trying to hit one out of the stadium. But to the point of the article and everybody's point that talks about this a lot, well, you know what? You get paid if you hit it out of the stadium. And you get paid if you strike guys out.
Yeah.
And that's how you get paid. You don't get paid if you're David Fletcher from the Angels and hitting 9-hole, but you're the toughest damn out in Major League Baseball. There's still a spot for you, but it's not sexy. So the kids, therefore, are not trying to idolize that guy. Yeah. Used to be that you were trying to idolize Tony Gwynn and Wade Boggs. Not doing that anymore.
True.
You're not doing it.
Yeah.
And nobody is. And heck, there's people like me that wonder when you have a 110-pound kid, can you even play the game anymore? Like, are we getting to the point where you have to be a linebacker to play the sport of baseball? Is this slow-pitch softball? Well, the Yankees have brought that question to the table. Yeah. You know, college baseball, even to a degree, has brought that to the table. There's guys are huge that are playing. The thing that I do like that I've noticed is that high school baseball hasn't gone there yet. The youth level baseball hasn't really gone there yet. And because you just can't find that many big guys.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, they're usually playing football or basketball or something.
That's the thing. So it's a great debate, and I don't know where it's going. I did joke. I even joked with Ty. I said, Ty, you want to make it to the big leagues someday? By the time you're eligible to make it to the big leagues, see if you can hit 400. Because nobody by that time, there's been nobody since like Tony Gwynn that's flirted with like 400.
Sure.
Right? Yep. And it's hitting singles and bunting for hits and those kind of things might be appreciated at that time because we'll be cyclical. We'll come back to it. It'll be vogue again to do it.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of kidding with him. I don't think the game's leaving the analytical phase of home runs, triples, doubles still matter more than anything else. Mm-hmm. But I do wonder if we start to go back a little bit of, hey, it's okay to choke up with 2 strikes and put the ball in play.
Yeah.
You know, I think that sounds very simplistic. And again, the analytical people about the game of baseball don't like to even hear that. But I do think all you got to do is, I'll tell you one stat that doesn't get talked about enough.
Hit me with it.
The stat is, what's your batting average right now? Mm-hmm. And then go do somebody's batting average when the ball is put in play. Mm-hmm. And especially at the younger levels, it'll jump about 80 to 100 points. At the Major League Baseball level, probably a lot less because they field better, right? And they field more things and they can cover more ground. But that's an interesting stat that doesn't get talked about to me. Batting average versus batting average with balls put in play. It's called BABIP. And the bottom line is, I think that means something to still get on base and still get on and make pitchers work out of the stretch and make pitchers work more than they would if it's a 1-2-3 inning on 12 pitches that they struck you out on in that 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah.
So it's a fascinating world right now in Major League Baseball. But you always remember this. Major League Baseball is a lot different than the other levels of baseball, even minor leagues. The game they play at the Major League level is different than what they do here at the Jumbo Shrimp and AAA. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a different game still. Some of that's because they're not privy to all the information they are, and they have at the disposal at the Major League Baseball level. So there's a lot that goes into it. Would you say the game, you're a baseball guy to some degree. Mm-hmm. Do you think you're bored by baseball now because of the strikeouts? Or you do like to see pitchers running it up there 102 and whiffing a guy?
I don't mind it at all. I think there's a great appreciation for someone that's, mastered their craft. And when a pitcher's on, it's cool to see. It's cool to see him take, strike out the side every inning and stuff like that. So I'm actually into pitchers that can produce.
Yeah, I don't mind it either. That's the thing. Like, I'm more of an old school guy, but in that sense, but I don't mind it. I'm actually surprised we don't see more 20 strikeout games.
And it also makes the game faster. So
it does. Again, I get mad at the game of baseball, not when people don't bunt. I like to joke about people about that. But when people can't situationally hit. And I thought, and when the IQ of the game is bad. There's still a good, you can gain on a lot of people with your knowing the game. And there are more people at the Major League Baseball level that don't know the game because they're just big, strong, and fast and know how to hit home runs.
Yeah.
But they have no idea how to run from first to third.
Yeah.
Or a situational play. And that's even at the big league level. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
We talked way more baseball than I thought we were going to right there.
It's been a TED Talk baseball. I like it.
I could talk baseball for 3 hours. I just know y'all wouldn't want to listen.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
I'm down.
Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
Not much to talk about.
ESPN 690 SportsCenter Update.
Happy Thursday. I'm Jake Mitchell. The MLB season is still relatively young, but defense has been on display with 6 no-hitter games already this season. The latest coming last night from Yankees hurler Corey Kluber. Here's how he felt heading into the 9th inning last night.
I wouldn't say freaking out. I mean, I definitely think that, I had to take breath after the warm-ups and calm myself down a little bit. I probably would compare it to kind of the feeling before maybe the first playoff start. Just you got, heart beating faster, some adrenaline going, things like that.
The SEC is trying to help schools recover from a season with no fans by sending each school $23 million, which should help, although the losses were closer to $45 million per school. Don't forget to check out your Jumbo Shrimp playing Norfolk tonight at 11:50 p.m. on ESPN690.com. The SportsCenter Update is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. If you want to know the most important thing about a diamond's beauty, the answer would be the way it's cut. There's a trade-off between a diamond cut for maximum beauty and one cut for maximum weight, and it's seen in the price. You see, diamond cutters buy rough diamonds based on weight, so all the diamond weight that's cut away can affect their profit. But because there are known cutting parameters for the ideal or most beautiful diamond, deviations from these will yield a heavier and less beautiful diamond. Unfortunately, customers can't detect cutting imperfections without expert help. And in fact, diamonds of the same weight, color, and clarity can vary in value by as much as 50% or more just because of the way it's cut. At Underwoods, we look at how a diamond is cut first, and we have the computerized gemological equipment to determine the quality of the cut and the light performance of the diamond to see if the diamond should carry the Underwood name. So if quality counts with you, stop by Underwoods in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
Come on, one more rep. You got this. 10. There it is. Nice work, man. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I got to tell you, taking Nugenix makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix? That's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas. The big hurt, right?
Oh, yeah. This is a legit product. The key ingredient is Testofen, which helps boost free testosterone levels and increase lean muscle mass.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Hey, are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try for themselves?
Yeah, Nugenix is a great way to increase lean muscle and feel stronger with more energy and endurance.
Man, I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
No problem. You just got to send them a text. Text BEACH to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Nugenix samples are not available in stores, so text BEACH to 321-321 right now. Text BEACH to 321-321. Text BEACH to 321-321.
A car wash with spacious lounges and Wi-Fi, Starbucks coffee as well. Prime Car Wash has all of that, while your car or truck gets cleaned. For moms and dads, there are even child-friendly lounges. Full-service interior and exterior wash while you wait. Prime Car Wash is convenient for you. It was for me. I went to the Beach Boulevard location, and there's one on San Jose as well. Give it a try. You can even get a membership. Let Prime Car Wash take care of your vehicle while you take care of your family. Or even do a little work. Prime Car Wash, clean inside, clean outside.
Vacations are coming back, so before you hit the road, get your vehicle checked out by the pros at Honda of the Avenues. Honda of the Avenues Service Department continues to get 5 stars for their certified technicians using certified parts. The new Express Service Center is now open, so stop by if you need an oil change, tires, battery, wiper blades, or if you need any repairs to your vehicle. Awarded the 2021 Dealer Rater Consumer Satisfaction Award. Honda of the Avenues. Easy to find on Phillips Highway south of 295 or at HondaoftheAvenues.com. The Honda Giant.
311 is back. Live from the Ride Tour. September 22nd, Daly's Place. With special guests, Iration and Ayaterra. 311 Live. Tickets on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Amber is the color of your energy.
Smoked for hours, served in minutes. Now that sounds like good barbecue, and it is at Willie Jewell's in St. Augustine at Mirabella Crossing. Open 7 days a week. It's old school barbecue. Trivia night on Monday. Kids eat free on Wednesdays. Check out the Willie Jewell's app and catering for all of your events. Visit williejewels.com and visit Willie Jewell's at Mirabella Crossing in St. Augustine. Old school barbecue, smoked for hours, served in minutes at Willie Jewell's.
Summer dreams start in your new Toyota, so check out my friends over at Arlington Toyota. With over 700 new Toyotas available, a complimentary lifetime powertrain warranty, 30 days to love it or exchange it, and 3 years of complimentary maintenance, why wouldn't you buy new from Arlington Toyota? Plus, you can score some great deals during the Summer Starts Here sales event going on right now. Shop in person at 10939 Atlanta Boulevard or online at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/May for full details.
All right, boss, that's the last house on the block.
So what's the tally?
Let's see, 11 houses have Safe Touch security signs.
Okay, Safe Touch means we cross them off our list. What else?
6 houses with no security system signs, 1 with a ding-dong doorbell camera sign.
Ha, laughable.
Yeah, and 4 houses have big blue alarm signs.
Big blue alarm. You know, I still can't get over the fact that you can go online and buy one of their alarm signs for $25.
Wait, so you're saying there's a good chance that those big blue signs we saw are fake?
Well, not all of them. I'm sure some of them have actual alarm systems.
Huh. Well, one thing's for sure. When we see a Safe Touch sign, we know it's the real deal.
And that's just another reason we stick to the Crooks R Us golden rule. Stay away from Safe Touch houses. Is that on a bumper sticker yet?
Crooks know to stay away from Safe Touch houses. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson, president of Safe Touch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our price.
Call Safe Touch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
We should always be looking at our finances, but 2020 made my family take an even closer look, a bit more of a deeper dive, and it might have done the same for you, even into the world of retirement. Although that's a bit down the road for me, it might be closer for you, and your plan should already be under a microscope, and you have to lean on the experts to help guide the right plan. My friend Mike Lester with Talon Wealth Management is the perfect partner. He will provide a complimentary analysis and a plan for you. Call him at 904-515-5000 or visit guardingyournestegg.com. That's 904-515-5000 or guardingyournestegg.com. Mike will give you the guidance you need as retirement gets closer. He can help you convert company plans to private plans, a move that might give you higher returns and more options. You've earned the money. Now make sure you are ready for whenever retirement will be. Call Mike Lester at Talon Wealth Management, 904-515-5000. That's 904-515-5000. Or visit guardingyournestegg.com.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
Russell Wilson's agent, on the record, gave Shefty 4 teams Russell Wilson would like to play for. That is an important distinction in this conversation.
Weekday mornings at 10 Eastern on ESPN Radio and watch exclusively on ESPN Plus.
So just financially and from the standpoint of putting their budget together for this year, if they're going to trade Aaron Rodgers, it wouldn't be until after June 1st. So yes, that is an important date, but the Packers do insist that they're not going to trade him. They still are trying to work toward a solution that brings him back as their starting quarterback this year. So as long as that's the case, the June 1st deadline wouldn't make any difference. What we're going to see in June is a mandatory minicamp that if he attends it, then that's one kind of sign. If he doesn't attend it, that's another kind of sign. And then as we get into July, if he's willing to sit out training camp, if he's signaling that he's willing to sit out actual games, that's when the Packers' psychology on this will get tested. Do they believe him, and do they think that it's if he's not going to show up and play for them, is it worth trading him and getting something in return?
Graziano there?
Yes.
Yeah. So good at this game.
Wasn't listening.
PGA
By the way,
Championship.
I went like 3-0 yesterday, but don't.
Round 1 at Kiowa Island. Corey Connors in the lead through 16 holes. He's 5 under. That's 2 shots clear. Usually those afternoon guys don't do as well. Well, he's taken the lead in the afternoon. Keegan Bradley, Victor Hovland, Brooks Koepka, Aaron Wise, Sam Horsfeld, all 3 under par. Let's see what else we got. Colin Morikawa, who won last year, 2 under par. PGA Championship. Ricky Fowler, nice round, 1 under. Phil Mickelson, 1 under. A very difficult golf course. Probably not playing as difficult as it will even over the weekend. Still, very difficult golf course. Billy Horschel, even par through 13 so far today. Jordan Spieth, even par through 12. Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, 3 over par. Derek, what was it? Not Wolf. Derek, who's your guy? Hold on, shot 7. He ended up being 7 over, but he had the lead for a moment. Derek Holmes.
Oh, yeah, you tagged me in that.
I tagged you in it because I was playing it for the kids this morning. I was like, Derek Holmes, he just made birdie. Listen, I think that was one of his guys.
And then when I saw it like 2 hours later, I'm like, no, he's not. So I'm like, forget it. Because he's like +3. I'm like, oh, man, that was short and well.
Like, he's a PGA pro that gets into this tournament because he won an event. You know, this is the nature of that tournament.
Yep.
It'll be, listen, if you like to watch the big one at Talladega and Daytona.
Yeah.
This is the version of it in golf. Like, watch this weekend, kind of like the U.S. Open, and it's going to really test these guys. And they're going to be mad. Cruz just said somebody hit one in a trash can moments ago. I mean, that's what you're going to get.
That's what I need.
Yeah, that makes it a little bit more entertaining, even if you're not a huge golf fan.
Yeah.
I want to also tell, let's see, who else? Robert Kemp Jr. said, what about Chris Claybrooks on the 40 time? He's right, 4.25.
Well, so that's not official, though.
No, he said it, right?
Yeah.
I've said I ran a 4.18.
Yeah, so Brent Martineau wins.
I'm not calling Claybrooks a liar. He's probably very fast.
We'll give it to him.
St. John's Country Day in the state championship game in Class 2A against Out of Door Academy. I don't know where these names come from for these schools.
Out of Door Academy?
Out of Door Academy is the name.
Do they have class outside? That's what it sounds like.
There's probably some deep meaning to it.
Okay.
I just don't know what it is. But anyway, they're losing 5-3 in the 6th inning, so 6 more outs to go. St. John's Country Day. See if they can rally and win. We'll have that one for you tonight on CBS 47 and Fox 30. Ridgeview lost today in softball. Congrats on a good season. Fleming Island will play tomorrow in the Final Four. Big news today, obviously, Tim Tebow is a member of the Jacksonville Jaguars. If you missed any of the conversation, Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 podcast. That and go try steak in the air fryer. It's not bad.
I'll have to get air fryer first, but you might have talked me into it.
All right, that will do it. For Coos,
enjoy your easy bake ovens, everybody.
Martin, have a good night. We'll do it again tomorrow at 3 o'clock right here on ESPN 690.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering supplies and solutions for every industry, with 24/7 support and experienced staff at over 250 local branches. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
No matter what you are driving, you can step up to luxury now at any of the Fields Auto Group dealerships in Jacksonville. Cadillac, Jaguar, Land